Good evening and welcome to Bloomington South High School for tonight's Indiana High School football game between the Center Grove Trojans and the Bloomington South Panthers. Another one, I'm Kevin Conrad along with Rick Embry. We welcome everyone to our coverage of Center Grove football presented by IU Health. Rick Embry, beautiful fall night, 69 degrees, cloudy. And it's going to be an interesting matchup. You got the Center Grove Trojans coming off a great win last week against Lawrence North, now 7-1 on the season. For Bloomington South, they're undefeated at 8-0, and these teams have not played since 2009.
Yeah, beautiful new environment down here, Kevin. Like you said, haven't played for 17 years or something like that. So should be an interesting game. That's a good description. I mean, they come in undefeated. They've won by an average of 32 points. Their conference isn't very good this year, but they're obviously – they were looking to upgrade their schedule, Kevin, which is a credit to them because they know they've got to beat the Cathedrals and the New Pals in 5A to have a chance for a state championship. So credit to them, and obviously Center Grove over the last couple of years has been looking for some new opponents. And you know, you can't get much better. Center Grove's only loss this year, Kevin, is to a 5A team. So hopefully they don't have another one tonight, but should be a great night for football.
Last week, Rick, what a bounce-back win for the Center Grove Trojans, beating Lawrence North by 3. And the way they did it with that 2-minute offense, actually they did it in the last about a minute and a half of that game. They had to go down the field and punch in that final score, and they got it done. And, again, Center Grove had the 3 timeouts. You see, we'll hear from Coach Moore in just a moment in the pregame interview, but Center Grove didn't really have to pass much, maybe once on that final drive. It was a lot of Jaden Biggerstaff, a lot on the ground. And how about Jaden Biggerstaff and his return, 270 yards rushing last week against the Wildcats.
Oh, he was fantastic last week, Kevin, and when they needed him, because obviously Center Grove's been down several running backs throughout the year. Biggerstaff comes back after he had an ankle sprain for a couple weeks, didn't even know if he was going to go last week, and then he turns around and has that huge game last week against Lawrence North. I think that game, and Coach Moore will reference it a little bit, Kevin, was he was really proud of his team because you very easily could have went into that game going, man, we're playing against, you know, as Coach Moore says, 2 or 3 future NFL guys. These guys are very difficult to stop offensively. You're kind of coming off of a downer against Cathedral. You've got several guys hurt. You know, that could have been their attitude, but that is just not the way that Coach Moore has had his teams over his 25-plus years here at Center Grove. And it was a big win. It was an extremely big win to get back into, hey, we're Center Grove. We're going to win every week out. It doesn't matter who we're playing. It doesn't matter the talent on the other side. And you're right. I also love that last drive, Kevin, because even though he didn't pass the ball very much, I thought Oscar did a great job last week of spearheading that and making sure guys got the plays in quickly and making sure he just drove down the field and calmly did it, and then they punched it in the end zone for the game winner.
Also, Rick, let's talk about the Center Grove defense. I tell you, it's been solid throughout the season. They had some struggles early on. Yeah, here and there, they're still giving up that big play at moments, but overall, the Center Grove defense seems to have steadily improved throughout the season.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think you know, those linebackers have been solid throughout the year. Paxton has been great. Frankie Hayes has been great. You know, his twin brother, Vinny, has been fantastic. It's kind of that nickel back. Kevin, he gets some tough assignments with guys coming out of the backfield or slot guys. But, you know, he had a huge pick 6 last week that kind of – it was one of those things as I was watching myself on the way down to Georgia. You know, you needed to figure out a way to get on the better side of, hey, we're up and we're going to get the ball at the start of the second half. And his pick 6 in the second quarter kind of flipped things a little bit in Center Grove's favor, in which then they were ahead most of the game till the very end. So Vinny's been fantastic. I think some of those young DBs, Kevin, you got to remember that in that Warren Central game, you lost your best defensive back coming into this season in Pio, who got hurt in the second quarter of that game. So you haven't had him the whole year. You've had a couple other guys dinged up, but some other guys are really stepping up, and we'll see if they can continue it tonight.
Also, we're getting word, Rick, that the Trojans will have a couple of players back in the lineup tonight after being out for some time due to injury. We're hearing possibly senior Nolan Reese might get a few carries tonight at running back, and also Ricky Lange was so good a couple of weeks ago, suffered an injury. He's expected to be back as well.
It's kind of crazy, Kevin, when you look at, and I sent you and Aaron a little text today as I was doing some studying, that Center Grove's had 5 running backs this year, 5 different running backs that have run for, in a single game, over 129 yards. That's an incredible stat when you talk about the depth that running back room has had for Center Grove this year, and the fact that you're getting a couple of those guys back to maybe get a few carries tonight. And Reese, who was your number 1 guy coming in this year, had a fantastic first 3 games and then went down with an injury. Lange had a fantastic middle 3 games there at Trotwood and LC, and then he went down. So having both of those guys back, in addition to having Biggerstaff, in addition to having Tilton, that can mean nothing but good things for that Center Grove offense.
Also, Rick, the special teams play has been, for the most part, really solid this year. I know Center Grove gave up a touchdown last week, called back, if I recall, against Lawrence North because of a penalty by the Wildcats. But the kicking by Corn Probst this year has been really strong. And what comes to mind, he hit that clutch field goal last week against Lawrence North late in the game.
Yeah, that's a big one, obviously. And you're right. He's been fantastic. I mean, he obviously, you look at the stats and you say, hey, 5 for 7. He's missed a couple. Well, those couple he missed were blocks in that Cathedral game where you just kind of had a little bit of breakdown in that coverage on that field goal attempt. But he's been fantastic, not only kicking the PATs and the field goals, but also punting the ball. And you can see the strength that he's gained from his sophomore year to his junior year. And, he's been fantastic. And I also look at the special teams, Kevin, and I saw some interesting stats today about, special teams and how many guys play on special teams that are starters on defense or starters on offense. You see that a lot with Center Grove. You see Paxson out there. You see the Hayes brothers out there. And then you see people like Biergard and those guys that just love doing special teams. And they're a huge part of this Center Grove team.
So, again, the Trojans on the road taking on Bloomington South. This is the regular season finale for both teams. This is Week 9. It's senior night for the Bloomington South Panthers. And, again, Center Grove has not played here since 2008. And the last time they actually played was 2009. That was back at Ray Skillman Stadium. The Trojans have won the last 2 meetings against the Panthers. But, Rick, 2008 was special because that was the first year that we started Center Grove Sports Network. My very first audio web stream was a scrimmage down here back in 2008, and we came back here in 2008, Halloween night, sectional semifinal, and the Trojans beat the Panthers that night 56-14. Jordan Llewellyn was the quarterback, and Trojans went on to win their first state title back in 08.
I was going to say that was the start of a very special run that year, Kevin. Did you get tears whenever you started to walk up here, Kevin, thinking about, wow, 17 years, 18 years?
18 years ago.
I mean, you had a lot more hair. It was a lot less gray back then. And but that's awesome. That's awesome. It's been a great run for us over the last 18 years. And kind of nice to go to a different place every once in a while. And what's even nicer, Kevin, is we only had to drive 45 minutes to get to this place instead of going to Dayton, Ohio, or Fort Wayne or someplace like that.
And also, real quick, Gabe Johnson, their head coach now in his 6th year, he coached under Mo Moriarty for a few years here at South before taking over the reins. And Coach Moriarty still, as an assistant coach, he's the offensive coordinator for the Panthers. And I tell you, Mo Moriarty, he made this South program. He was so good here at South. And then, of course, went on to coach at Carmel. But Mo Moriarty came back to South as a head coach, and now he's still on the staff as an offensive coordinator.
Yeah, he's an absolute legend, obviously, Kevin. And the fact that he is now kind of, I guess you can say, in your retirement years, you come back and still help the program. And obviously you're doing more than helping it as the offensive coordinator. That's fantastic. And you're right. This program was the very unbelievable program, and I'll get into some trivia tidbits here, Kevin, as that I gathered, on the way down with my our spotter buddy Sean Guilfoy's got some Bloomington South stories as well on his days when he played against Mo Moriarty teams. So should be a good night for football, and should be a good game.
Wonderful night. Weather-wise, we're in the 60s. Center Grove wrapping up the regular season on the road against the Panthers of Bloomington South. After the break, Aaron Holt talks to Center Grove head coach Eric Moore about the Trojans' return to Bloomington. This is CG Football presented by IU Health.
This is the place that's skill built. Here, highly skilled physicians never rest in their pursuit to heal, to comfort, to cure. With these hands, you'll receive nationally recognized heart care and Indiana's most leading-edge cancer care. With these hearts, with these guts, with these brains, you'll find the highest level of care in the state. This is the hope that's skill built, and it's around every corner of Indiana University Health.
Friday Night Lights. The crowd is here, the lights are on, the hype music is being played. What better way to start the show than your team coming out of the locker room with full energy, ready to take on their opponent? Yes, that's right. Bring down the house with our breakthrough banners. They're a great way to pump up your team and showcase your school pride. Get one of your favorite team today. Stadium graphics. Look like a pro, play like a champion.
I have lived in Greenwood my entire life. Born and bred, went to Center Grove High School, proud graduate, go Trojans. I enjoy this community. It's my home. It's growing, it has lots to offer, and I'm excited to be a part of it. At Greenwood, we are a full-service bank. We can handle your needs from simple personal accounts, savings accounts for your family, auto loans. If you need to have a mortgage, we can meet that need. Emily Wrigley has been in our office for years and knows the area. Scott Hines is Center Grove. He has lived here his entire life and is fabulous. You're not going to find anybody more local than us.
This is the Sycamore Construction pregame show here at Ray Skillman Stadium before we jump on the buses and head south to Bloomington. Bloomington South, Coach. Been a while since we played them. But before we attack those guys and discuss the game, let's talk about an exciting, electrifying, high-scoring football game last week against a fellow Mick foe, if you will, Lawrence North, guy you know really well, Pat Mallory. Talk to us about that game. It was back and forth. You guys pulled it out at the end.
Yeah, what an incredible high school football game against two really good teams. Can't say enough about Coach Mallory and how he's put that team together and used the high school portal really well. Anyway, they've all come together to play. They have a good record. They won the MIC Conference Championship, which is awesome for them. And we knew coming over here they were going to have three of the most talented kids we've ever seen. So the people that got to come to the game got to see some real dudes. And yet we were able to contain all that talent and come out with a victory. I don't know if I've ever been as proud of a team. I mean, the odds were really against us, and to play the way we did, and I keep telling the kids before the game, I wrote on the board substance. This game is about substance. You know, we were 25-2 against them in all-time meetings. There's got to be a reason for that, and that reason did not come tonight. It's still here in the back of their minds. And I think when they hit the field, I just don't think they wanted it as bad as we did. Now, chances are you might see them again down the road in the semifinals if both teams can make it that far, so you got to be ready. But just so proud of the way we only give up a couple big plays, and we were yet we made some big plays, and offense stayed on the field, and the special teams was excellent. And the defense, the second half, was just did a great job. And then, you know, we give up a score at the end. And then we go back down and score, and then even the last play of the game was exciting. It was just you couldn't take a play off in that game, and if you came here last week and you paid to see that game, you got your money's worth, because that was some great talent and some two great football teams that just made great plays. And I'm just really, really excited for my team. And you know, we beat the MIC champions, so I guess we're the MIC champions.
Does it give your team a boost of energy knowing that your offense had to really with little time, less than a minute, drive down and go pretty far to do that, to get some confidence behind them that they can put together a series of drives there that in plays to get into the end zone. We're at the end of the season. Does that give you some confidence there?
Well, we've always been good at the 2-minute drill, but really that was a 2-minute run drill. We only threw the ball one time, twice, once out of bounds and once inbounds. What's really cool is Xavier Moore that's what everybody talked about. He had 152 yards. He was electric. But Jaden Biggerstaff had 275 yards, and he was just as electric. So our feature guy wasn't even – we didn't know. I was just going to weaned him in for 30 carries, I guess. But once he started going, I just told him on the sideline, I said, you're a real cowboy. You're a tough kid. You tell me when it's too much. And he just give me the ball. And so we pretty much just fed him in that 2-minute drill. And their defense was thinking pass, and we're going to run. Not that we do that every time, but that was just a good scenario for that. And excited we could come back and put one in the end zone with the jumbo package with Lincoln Bright jumping over the top. I mean, it just made for a perfect night of football. What could have been the last night of Trojan football in our house in the Ray Skillman Stadium. We had to play like that.
It was certainly exciting. It was great to get Biggerstaff back after being gone a couple weeks with an ankle injury. Turning our focus to tonight. Been a long time since you've played against Bloomington South. You know them very well. We're going to travel down there. They're in 5A, but they're highly ranked in 5A. They've had a good season. What can we learn about Bloomington South?
Well, it's strange. We haven't played them for 19 years. And all of a sudden, when we get rid of the Baltimore Ravens week 9, they want to jump in on the schedule, which means obviously when teams do that, they're going to have a good team, and they're 8-0. They have a good team. And this is sort of a landmark for them to get ready for the new POW or the Cathedral that they might play in a semi-state, and that's Bloomington South has reached that like we do most every year and have gotten beat. So they're trying to get over the hump, and the way you get over the hump is you play better people. Well, that's great, good for them, but we don't need to sacrifice our season. We're not going to help them. We need to go down there tonight and win and do what we need to do. But when I got here in 1999, that was the team that beat us in the playoffs and the sectionals. And when I got here in 1999, that's all anybody talked about. People weren't talking about Ben Davis, Warren Central, and Carmel. They were talking about Bloomington South, this team that we can never beat. And then the next year in 2000, we beat Bloomington South right here on Ray Skillman Stadium field for the sectional championship. And we've been the kings of the South ever since.
The Hoosiers are on a roll. It's their homecoming on Saturday. Did you call Sig to have the team come over to watch a really good football team in high school take on the Panthers tonight? Is there anything happening there?
No, I didn't. They got enough to deal with on their own.
Anyway, that being said, it's the end of fall break. If you're back in town, take the trip down to Bloomington. 69, it's really quick these days. No stoplights. Get in there, get in the stands. Let's root on these Trojans. The final regular season game of 2025 campaign. Hard to believe. Seems like we just started the Warren Central interview a few weeks ago, Coach. We wish you well. Let's have a great game. Get ready for the playoffs. Good luck.
Yeah, it seems quick to you because you've missed half the interviews. I've had to be here every time. But no, we're going to go out tonight and have a great football game. And like Aaron says, what I usually tell you to do, travel down and see us if you can. If there's nothing to do on a fall break Friday night, come and see two great football teams. Again, the Panthers are 8-0, so they'll be rocking the house for an undefeated season. The Trojans just want to play this next game because it's the next game. So go Center Grove, beat those Bloomington South Panthers.
This is the place that's skill built. Here, highly skilled physicians never rest in their pursuit to heal, to comfort, to cure. With these hands, you'll receive nationally recognized heart care and Indiana's most leading-edge cancer care. With these hearts, with these guts, with these brains, you'll find the highest level of care in the state. This is the hope that's skill built, and it's around every corner of Indiana University Health.
you ever felt the cold shock of water that's not hot enough? When Dad and Mom, little Sarah and Peter all yelled, "What's happened to the water heater?" Mom knew the answer right away. Call Carter Plumbing for hot water today. The Prince of Plumbing and his magical powers will save the day and bring back hot showers.
Hot water today, or it's you we pay. Carter Plumbing will save the day. 859-9999. CartersMyPlumber.com.
Some people spend all day washing and buffing their ride to shiny perfection by hand. But you've learned the fine art of delegation.
It's absolutely special, obviously, to have a kid in the Super Bowl and to have a kid win a national championship in college.
Play in the NFL. That's every little kid's dream when they step on a football field. But just being able to get to that, that opportunity and moment, especially being with the Chiefs, like I was saying, it's just been a blessing. And Coach Moore, all my family, all my friends around me too have helped me along the way.
Ever since I stepped foot off of Center Grove, I've definitely heard from, honestly, I'd say thousands of people from around this community, and I've just felt so much love from them. It's been great.
We have a great professional community because our parents are caring and our parents understand the importance of Center Grove. So many great schools come here to recruit, and everybody asks me, well, why would schools, these great academic schools, come here? Because they know they get the best student athletes. Center Grove teachers are the best teachers, and they teach college prep classes.
I feel like with Center Grove, I feel like you just set at a higher standard just from everybody. And it kind of just pushes you to want to be the best version of yourself.
Man, it's just been an amazing opportunity just to grow up in this, this type of area. Even since we were young, all the families, parents, moms and dads have been there for everybody.
That family atmosphere where everybody takes care of everybody and we don't really worry about what's outside of our community. It's just we take care of ourselves so well.
I just want to say thank you to everybody for the support. It means the world to me.
There's a great community and a great atmosphere just for everything you do in Center Grove. I feel like everything you do, you have a great mindset, and just all the people you're around, you feel like you're loved and you're supported by everything you do.
I love that they're humble, and I love that they still love to practice. But what I love the most is they're the greatest young men of all.
This is the place that's skill built. Here, highly skilled physicians never rest in their pursuit to heal, to comfort, to cure. With these hands, you'll receive nationally recognized heart care and Indiana's most leading-edge cancer care. With these hearts, with these guts, with these brains, you'll find the highest level of care in the state. This is the hope that's skill built, and it's around every corner of Indiana University Health.
Welcome back to Bloomington South High School. Tonight, the Center Grove Trojans taking on the Panthers. Kevin Conrad, Rick Embry with you tonight. 69 degrees as we near game time. Cloudy skies. Beautiful fall night for football. It is senior night for Bloomington South. This is the regular season finale for both teams. Center Grove, 2 weeks from tonight, Rick Embry back home at Race-Cohen Stadium, drawing the Jeffersonville Red Devils, the team they played last year down at Jeffersonville. The good news is we're playing them at home this year.
I don't think that's good news, Kevin. I think that's great news that we do not have to travel down to Jeffersonville. But, yeah, you get a week off after this one. Hopefully you can come out of this one healthy. Hopefully, like you talked about a little bit, you get a couple of those running backs back. They can get some carries tonight. I'm sure Coach Moore is not going to give them a full workload. There's no need to do that whenever you got 4 of those guys now. So hopefully they can come out of it healthy and the rest of your team can come out healthy, and then you get the week off to prepare for what always for Center Grove is the desire for a long state tournament run.
Center Grove beat the Red Devils last year down there, 72-7 in the sectional opener. So again, CG hosting the Red Devils in 2 weeks from tonight. But first things first, Center Grove playing a really good Bloomington South team They're ranked number 2 in Class 5A. They are undefeated at 8-0, but Rick, you kind of look at their schedule, and their conference not real strong this year, and their non-conference schedule down a little bit. Obviously, for South, this will be the best team they played all year long in the Center Grove Trojans.
Yeah, and they really haven't played any close games. Their closest game was in Week 2 when they beat Martinsville by 11, 38-27. So this is only the third 6A team that they've played. They beat a not a very good Southport team, 54-7, and then they drummed Columbus North pretty good as well. So this, you're right, it is a big step up in competition for them, but credit to Coach Johnson that this is who he wanted to play to get his team ready for the 5A state tournament run for them. They're in a sectional that they should win pretty easily, both Terre Haute schools plus Bloomington North, so they should roll through that. They should be favored in regional as well against whoever comes out of the South, probably Castle or Evansville North. But then in the semi-state is where they really run into the team that they've got to beat, and that's going to be either New Pal, Cathedral, probably out of that sectional. So credit to them. When we've had so many teams not want to play us, Kevin, over the last few years, I like the fact that Coach Johnson and his Bloomington South team wants to play Center Grove.
Bloomington South running onto the football field. Center Grove in the end zone, about ready to run here to the sideline. Bloomington South in the purple jerseys, gray pants, along with the gray helmets. And you're right, Coach Johnson, now in his 6 years head coach for the Panthers. 48 wins, 16 losses, sectional champs the last 4 years, last 2 years, regional champs. And now we see the Center Grove Trojans in the all-white uniforms tonight, trimmed in red. And leading the way onto the football field is the senior, number 29, Nolan Reese, the running back. He's expected to return tonight to get some carries. We haven't seen Nolan since his injury in Week 3 against the Marion Giants back at Ray Skillman Stadium.
Yeah, Nolan had 367 yards and 6 touchdowns in those first basically 2.5 weeks of the season, Kevin. He got injured in that Marion game, did not play the whole second half in Week 3. So fantastic start to his senior season. They really thought that he was out for the year, but he's really worked hard with rehab. They got a knee brace on him, so he's going to be ready to go, and we'll see what he looks like after being off. Obviously, there's going to be some cobwebs a little bit in there, but obviously the first time you get hit, those get shaken out. But looking forward to seeing him. Obviously, looking forward to that big offensive line. I mean, that's the thing. And when I sent that to you guys about those 5 different running backs running for over 129 yards, first thing Holt said obviously was that's because our big offensive line has done a fantastic job. And that's what this team is. Not only, we always say that the game's won in the trenches, Kevin, and a big offensive line and a really good defensive line is usually a recipe for success.
And now we see the captains for both teams going to midfield for the coin flip. Head coach for the Trojans, Eric Moore, 27th year with Center Grove, 262 wins, 82 losses. The Trojans this year 7-1 in Class 6A. Center Grove in the coaches poll dropping from 3 to number 4. Not for sure why, because beating Lawrence North, that's a great win, and you get rewarded by being dropped in the poll, at least the coaches poll, by 1 spot to number 4. And for Coach Eric Moore, now that the state tournament is upon us, 2 weeks away, Center Grove has the longest sectional championship run in the state at the moment, 14 in a row. Center Grove will be going for 15 straight this year.
The nice thing is, Kevin, in football and all of the sports in the state of Indiana, you get to prove it in the playoffs. Everybody makes it, and it doesn't really matter what you're ranked or anything like that. Everybody gets a shot. Everybody starts 0-0 after this week. So it'll be interesting. Looks like I think Bloomington South is going to get the ball to start out with. We deferred. We won the toss. We deferred. So Dallas Cornprost will kick off.
Captains tonight for the Panthers, Jalen Williams, senior wide receiver. Duncan Combs, junior quarterback. Braylon Townsend, he's a running back. He's a senior. and Wesson Fulford, a senior offensive lineman. The captains tonight for the Trojans, Dominic Berry, senior tight end. Kobe Cherry, senior defensive end. Frankie Hayes, senior linebacker. And also C.J. Seifries, senior offensive lineman. We're ready for Trojan football here on a Friday night in Bloomington. Dallas Corn Probes will tee it up for the Trojans at the 40. Dallas so good on his kickoffs this year. 15 touchbacks out of 49 attempts.
Sam Giles and Blake Azkui deep for Bloomington South to return.
That concludes our Sycamore Construction pregame show. Our opening half being presented by IU Health, Reese Restoration, the Skin Lab, and the Barn at Bayhorse Inn. And it's going to be taken right at the 1-yard line by the Panthers. Good return coming across the 25.
Giles on the return.
Giles on the return out to the 25-yard line.
24 yards on the return.
A couple guys to look out for Bloomington South, Kevin. They're led by their quarterback, Duncan Combs. He's thrown for 1,527 yards, 13 TDs, only one interception. Running backs, I got to get a couple guys that really share the load. Number 6, Braylon Townsend, and number 34, Sean Cooper, running the ball. And it looks like Cooper's in the backfield to start.
Duncan Combs, 6'6", junior quarterback, hands it off. Officially line of scrimmage to the 24-yard line. Gets it across the 25. They'll spot it at the 26. Cooper gets a couple of yards for the Panthers.
Yeah, big wide receiver then to watch is number 1, Jalen Williams. He's a University of South Florida commit, so he's going to play for the Bulls next year. 6'5", 210 pounds. He's got 35 catches, 10 touchdowns out of those 35 catches.
Combs throwing, has it batted down by Lincoln Bright here on the left side of the defensive line of scrimmage for the Trojans.
That's a great job by Lincoln. Obviously, you can't get to the quarterback. First thing you need to do is get those hands up, and Bright does that. And now 3rd and long for Bloomington South on their first possession.
Stops the clock, 11:20. 3rd and 7 the call for the South Panthers. Center Grove rushing 4. Combs gets by the first defender, and now it's knocked away in the secondary. Linebacker Hayes.
Frankie Hayes, yeah.
Frankie Hayes knocked it away.
Great job there. Got pressure on the outside initially, and then Frankie Hayes dropping in coverage just knocked that one away. So a great job, 3 and out for the Center Grove defense. And Kevin, no punting stats for them on Max Preps.
I noticed
you're
that.
a big punting guy, and that's probably the first thing you noticed.
Sam Stolberg, he's a freshman, punting.
Line drive.
Gets past Aune inside the 30. He'll scoop it up at the 25-yard line to the 30, 35, and take it down at the 37-yard line.
Great field position and a great job by Aune after that one kind of scooted away from him. If he lets that go, it's probably going to be inside the 20-yard line. Instead, he goes back and picks that up, and he's able to get it forward, and Center Grove in good field position to start their first drive at the 36.
Oscar Sloan, sophomore quarterback, going to take another visit to Notre Dame this weekend. This will be his second visit. Great job by this Bloomington South defense. Biggerstaff looks like back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Yeah, Ryan Steichleather from that safety position comes up to make that stick. Steichleather, 6'2", 175. He was there along with Ian Quick, number 19.
Maybe lost a yard. Second down and long, 2nd and 11. Sloan play action throwing, throws a spiral that is complete. Far side of the field. Reese Oliver, that is, junior wide receiver, with the reception across the 40 to the 41.
Panther fans on your feet.
3rd and 5 here for the Trojans, again at the Trojan 41.
Yeah, good little couple step drop by Oscar, and then a quick out to to Oliver. So you get about half of that, but still 3rd and 5 for Center Grove.
Sloan throwing and completes to Barry. First down, Trojans.
Another good job there. Barry wisely just finds the first down marker, goes 1 step, 1 yard behind that, beyond that, and then comes back and catches that ball. Oscar hits him in stride. First down, Center Grove. Dom's really had a nice season, senior season for the Wake Forest commit. 26 catches, 286 yards, 3 touchdowns for Dom.
Sloan in shotgun formation. Handoff right up the middle,
He
breaking
gone.
tackles, and he's being chased, and they're not going to catch him.
See ya.
Touchdown, Center Grove. Jaden Biggerstaff.
And that's what happens, Kevin, when those safeties get so close to the line of scrimmage. They made the play on the first running attempt, Steichleather did, but that time he misses the tackle. Biggerstaff off to the races. Center Grove strikes first, 53 yards from Biggerstaff.
Well done by the sophomore. Last week, Rick? 270 yards rushing in his return from injury against LN.
Man, and it was all just straight up the gut, Kevin. I mean, it wasn't anything trying to bounce it outside or anything like that. Great extra point again by Kornprost. He's only missed 1 all year. And you're right, Biggerstaff last week, and it was exactly that same thing right there. They get good blocking up front by that big offensive line, and he breaks 1 tackle about 4 yards past the line of scrimmage, and then he just outruns people into the end zone.
With that touchdown, Hobbig Injury Law will donate $10 to the Center Grove Athletic Department. So again, for every touchdown tonight, Hobbig Injury Law donating funds back to the CEG Athletic Department.
Let's hope Mr. Hobbig has a big bill to pay after this Friday night. He's got the week off next Friday, no game, Kevin. So our buddy Eric can afford to open that wallet up a little bit.
Also, for each extra point, kick, and field goal made tonight by Center Grove, State Farm agent Eric Kwiatkowski will donate $5 to the Center Grove Education Foundation. Center Grove off to a great start, leading 7-0 here in Bloomington. Big day tomorrow for the Hoosiers, hosting Michigan State. IU homecoming.
We're not. I thought you were going to say big day for Center Grove sports. That I can talk about. I'm not talking about IU. I'm already down here.
Had to agitate Purdue Pete over there a little bit.
Goodness. Big day for Purdue Boilermakers up at Northwestern, hoping to get their 3rd win of the year.
Kornprost kicks this one off inside the 5. Return for Bloomington South is a good one. To the 40, 45, spin move, and take it down just short of the 50. Was that Giles?
It was Giles again, number 0, Sam Giles. He's had 2 pretty good returns. That one was really good, and Kornprost is the one that has to make the tackle there, and that's not what Coach Moore wants, and you give them the ball back to the 50-yard line. You're going to see, I think, more little pooch kicks after that one, Kevin.
46-yard return for Giles. Again, the ball near the 50 is going to be spotted at the Bloomington South 49-yard line. 9 minutes to play in this opening quarter. 7-0. Center Grove leads Bloomington South. Quarterback in the gun. Handoff. A couple of yards across the 50. Looks like Stanley for Center Grove, defensive lineman. Lost his helmet. He'll be replaced. In for him will be Nick Eckhart.
Tackle made by Sloan.
Yeah, Townsend on the carry there. He gets maybe 3 on that one, but Townsend comes in 848 yards, 15 TDs. Cooper then 874 yards and another 15 TDs. So between those 2 guys, 30 out of their 31 rushing TDs on the year. Quite the 2-headed monster.
Play action. Steps up in the pocket, has a man. That's his top receiver. Completed pass at the 15. Tackled inside the 10. Combs throws it to Jalen Williams.
Yeah, you can't let his big 6'5" frame get inside of you like that, and that's what happened with Yoder, and a big gain for Bloomington South. Now they're 1st and goal, looking to strike right back.
43 yards on the pass play. Football's at the 7. First and goal, you're right. Duncan Combs Jr. in shotgun formation. He's looking to throw, looking, still looking, and it kind of takes a few steps.
Picked off.
And it's picked off at the goal line. Micaiah with the interception. Center Grove with the INT.
Wow, that's just a huge mistake there by Combs. That's one you got to just throw away, Kevin. You don't force it, and he had his eyes locked on Williams the entire time, and he wasn't open. Then he made him scramble a little bit, and instead of just throwing that out of the back of the end zone and playing for another play, he tries to fit it into Williams. Micaiah steps right in front of him for a huge pick from the sophomore.
Returns it to the Trojan 9-yard line. You're right, he locked in on his receiver and tried to force that one, cost him a turnover. Trojans, Don Barry in motion, hand off to the running back. Couple of yards, right up the gut.
Micaiah, that's interception number 2 on the year. Like I said, that young man has taken advantage of having some opportunities whenever other cornerbacks have went down early in the season, and he's stepped in there and he's made some nice plays, and right there is another example.
Biggerstaff picks up 3 yards. Football placed at the Center Grove 12. 7:25 and counting first quarter. Center Grove in front 7-0. Sloan in the gun. A couple of running backs in the backfield. Play action. Rolls right. Looking. Pumps it. Now throws it. And nobody open. Threw it away. Get out of the tackle box. Threw it away. Good defense by the Panthers. Taking that one away.
Complete pass brings up 3rd down and 8.
3rd and 8 the call for Coach Moore and the Trojans.
Yeah, deep in your own territory on the 12-yard line. You got to make sure. Center Grove had a few problems a couple weeks ago whenever Cathedral brought extra guys, Kevin, and if Bloomington South brings some extra guys, you got to make sure you block that and give Oscar some time.
Sloan drops back under pressure, and he's going to be sacked at the 5-yard line. Takes a 7-yard loss.
And they didn't do it right there again. You saw it coming off the left side, completely unblocked, and now Cornpropes is going to have to punt from the back of his own end zone.
Ogden with the sack, one of their top defenders.
Yeah, Ogden going to play for Northern Illinois. He just committed a couple weeks ago to play for the Huskies in the MAC.
5 sacks on the season. Outside linebacker leads the Panthers in sacks this year. Need a good snap here. Cornpropes from his own end zone. Gets rid of it.
Needs a bounce.
And it takes a Center Grove bounce.
Oh, his knee was down.
The return man went down to one knee to scoop it up off the ground. He'll be spotted right there at the 41-yard line.
And that's a big kind of mistake there by the returner, because he's going to have at least 10 more yards there if he doesn't put his knee down there to return it. Bloomington South still with great field position on their Center Grove 41-yard line.
I believe that was Blake Askew, senior, putting that right knee on the turf at the 41. It's at the Trojan 41-yard line. Combs hands it off. Running here to the near side, wrapped up. That is Lincoln Bright.
I think that was Cherry.
Kobe
swallowed him up.
And it was a single digit. Either 9 or 5. Take your pick.
Yeah, both of those guys on the left side of that defensive line, and he absolutely swallowed up the running back there. I think that was that Cooper. Yep.
Sean Cooper loses 1 yard. He's a senior at 5'10".
And that's what you've seen this Center Grove defense do a lot this year, is make teams one-dimensional, Kevin, and they're hoping to do the same thing tonight with Bloomington South.
Combs is going to run the football, slides just shy of the 35. He'll be spotted at the 36, 4 yards for the junior quarterback.
Yeah, and you can see it right there. Frankie Hayes, a little bit of a spy from that linebacker position. Combs tries to scramble, and Frankie Hayes right there. Combs not really a runner, only 52 yards on the season, 17 carries. Oh, Lincoln Bright gets to him.
Lincoln Bright with the sack. Boy, he's off to a great start tonight. Knocked down a pass, now gets a sack.
And that was a spin move that would have made Jason Taylor and all of the legendary defensive ends very happy on that one, Kevin, because he actually put that right tackle in a spin cycle there. And when he spun, he was right there at Combs, and he made the sack.
Sack compliments of Hudson Industrial Services. Hudson Industrial Services donating $5 to the CG Education Foundation for that sack. Punting situation for the Panthers.
That's a hold. Just fair catch that.
Looks like the freshman punting once again on A. He's had some difficulties this year at times where he calls for the fair catch and then loses the football, and he does it again here. Let's see, did he recover? It is going to be Center Grove football. The Trojans do hang on to the football.
Yeah,
Punt of 30 yards.
A little dicey situation there. You just got to come up and fair catch it. And yeah, he dropped it a little bit and then got pounced on by a couple different guys for Bloomington South, but was able to come up with it. So now Center Grove again takes over and very deep in their own part of the field.
Stolberg, 30-yard punt. Puts the ball at the 11. Center Grove 11. Trojans running the football. Looks like Biggerstaff got his number called. Let's see. Just a couple of yards for Biggerstaff.
Yeah, and this is the part of the field, Kevin, that you've got to be able to run the ball. I mean, you don't want to sit back there and try to throw the ball or be in second and third and long, and that's what's happened the last two possessions. Center Grove has not run the ball very well on first down, and then you get behind the chains a little bit.
Couple of yards. He's at the 8. On second down, Sloan throwing here to the near side. Eli Williams with the reception. Gets by the first defender. So physical. Very physical. Hard to get him down. Takes 2 to 3 defenders to get him down to the turf, but he'll pick up the first down.
Yeah, that was a good job by Eli, and an even better job of holding on to the ball because they were ripping and grabbing and pulling at that. That's what you're taught to do. You got one guy that's holding him up, and the other ones are trying to rip that ball out, but a great job by Williams. Williams comes in 7 catches for 90 yards, so he goes over 100 yards on the season, and 1 TD for the junior wide receiver.
1st and 10 at the Trojan 26. Biggerstaff off the left side of the line, gets a couple of yards.
Man, and it really feels like, Kevin, as much as, and once again, that was number 7, Ryland Steichleather. As much as he wants to come crashing in to support that run from the safety position, Sloan gives him a good play action right there, and you're going to get Don Barry, you're going to get Brody Tilton from that wingback position. They're going to go right down the middle of the field for a touchdown pass from Oscar.
3 yards for Biggerstaff. Willis makes the tackle for the Panthers. 2nd and 7, back to the ground game with Biggerstaff, and he is wrapped up.
It's Steichleather again. I mean, that's what he wants to do. He wants to come up and support that run, and he's done that effectively a couple times tonight.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Football at the 31. He still picks up a couple of yards. Second, make that 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5 for the Trojans. Oscar Sloan, sophomore quarterback, looks left, now rolls right, goes back left, and he throws a pick. Ross Ogden with the interception to the 30, 20, down the sideline, 10, 5, knocked out of bounds inside the 5.
Interception by 23, Ross Ogden.
Ogden with the INT and spotted at the 3. Rick, what do they say about throwing across your body?
Can't do it. Can't do it, and that was, way too much traffic there, and he was locked in on running back or somebody there, and, that's one that Oscar wants back, and a great return there. A couple blocks in the back that weren't called on that return, but Bloomington South, great field position now as they look to try to tie this ball game here in the 1st.
Combs in shotgun formation. Townsend in the backfield to his left. At the Trojan 3-yard line, he hands it off to Townsend. He's going right. Dives for the goal line, and he's in there. Touchdown. Touchdown, Panthers. Townsend with his 16th rushing touchdown.
Well, they take advantage of the turnover. You cannot give them short field, and that's a few times that they have a short field there, Kevin. And they take advantage of that when Townsend gets in for his 16th touchdown of the year.
Cohen Fisher, PAT attempt, and it's not a good one.
Blocked. Or
he fell down.
Yeah.
Kicker falls down. I'm not sure what exactly happened. Actually, it might have been the holder, but bottom line, it's no good. Failed attempt by the Panthers. 7-6. Center Grove leads it by 1.
Yeah, he's 39 for 42 on the year, Kevin, but you're right. He fell down, slipped, whatever you want to call it. I mean, no rain or anything like that on the field today, but I don't know if he tried to go a little bit quick, but that's a big PAT miss by Bloomington South. But credit to them, a couple nice punts, a couple 3-and-outs. Center Grove's not able to get a couple first downs to get out of the shadow of their own goal line, and then you get the interception that they return to the 3-yard line and they punch it in one play later.
Our first half being presented in part by Reese Restoration. Need home or business repairs? Reese Restoration has you covered. For a free estimate, call 317-954-5408 or visit online at reeserestorationindy.net. That's Reese Restoration, building trust one project at a time. So both teams with a turnover, a couple of interceptions. Center Grove scoring with Biggerstaff. 53-yard touchdown run, putting Center Grove in front 7-0, and now a turnover by the Trojans, and Townsend scores from 3 yards out to make it now 7-6, Center Grove by 1. Sam Stolberg, the freshman, kicking off. Tilton on the far side of the field.
Pretty good coverage there by Bloomington South. Tilton didn't have much space at all. It does get it up to about the 27-yard line, but
Adams with the tackle.
Really, with the exception, Kevin, of that one long run by Biggerstaff, Center Grove's not run the ball very well here in the first quarter. And now you see the sophomore Ricky Lange come in for Center Grove, his first action in a few weeks.
Started off great, didn't he, against Cathedral. Suffered an injury in the first half. Wasn't able to play last week. First run of the night for Ricky. Boy, he hits the hole hard. Comes across the 30. Great yardage on first down.
Yeah, that was Ian Quick on the carry. But you're right, just started to real patient right there. He waited until that hole opened and then boom, got it cut up the field and picked up good yardage on first down.
Spotted at the 32, 5 yards for Ricky. Ian Quick makes the tackle, linebacker for the Panthers, 2nd down and 5.
And they got 9 guys on that line of scrimmage.
This time Lange lines up at wingback, goes in motion. Biggerstaff takes the handoff, where is a flag. One would think holding here against the Trojans.
Man, Kevin, after that last week when you guys had we got a face mask right there, so that's going to be 5 more yards. But, man, last week, just listening to your broadcast, Kevin, on the way down to Georgia, the amount of flags that you guys were seeing between holds and personal fouls and everything else, it's been kind of refreshing that that's the first flag tonight.
So it is a face mask, you're right. 5 yards against South, 6 yards for Biggerstaff with the run. Throw on the 5 yards. Football's at the Trojan 43, 1st and 10. Ricky Lange in the backfield, takes the handoff, and another great run here for Ricky Lange. He's off to a great start.
Yeah, that's good yardage. You get 4 or 5 yards every time on first down. Coach Moore will take that in a heartbeat and gives you much more, many more options there on 2nd and 3rd down and short.
Lange gets it to the 47, picks up 4 yards. 2nd down and 6. Play action, Oscar Sloan looking to the Center Grove sideline. Good looking for Eli Williams.
Man, that's got to be. What are we calling here?
Wow, he was bumped out of bounds by the defender. No flag.
I mean, not only bumped, but the guy took his right arm and he hit him across the face mask there. Williams doesn't really have an opportunity to catch that one.
Pass is incomplete. 3rd down and 8. Panther fans on your feet.
Feels like that's going to work, though, Kevin. You've run a couple of those quick hitters for 5 or 6 yards, and right there Williams tried to stop and go and had a
3rd and 6, Biggerstaff across midfield.
He's going to be short, so now you're going to probably go for this 4th and maybe 1, maybe 2. You're going to get a chance to talk about it because that's probably the last play of the first quarter.
Gets it to the Bloomington South 49-yard line.
Yeah, Coach Moore going to let this one run out.
So Center Grove Trojans lead at 7-6 after quarter 1 here in Bloomington against the South Panthers. Center Grove's first time down here playing Bloomington South since 2008. This is CG Football presented by IU Health.
This is the place that's skill built. Here, highly skilled physicians never rest in their pursuit to heal, to comfort, to cure. With these hands, you'll receive nationally recognized heart care and Indiana's most leading-edge cancer care. With these hearts, with these guts, with these brains, you'll find the highest level of care in the state. This is the hope that's skill built, and it's around every corner of Indiana University Health.
At the Skin Lab, beauty and wellness come together under one roof. From advanced skin treatments and injectables to personalized wellness programs, we help you look and feel your very best. Whether you want radiant, glowing skin, balanced hormones, or a boost in confidence, our expert team is here to guide you every step of the way. Discover an experience where science meets luxury and results speak for themselves. The Skin Lab. Your journey to confidence starts here.
Center Grove leads at 7-6 after one quarter. Center Grove lining up to punt this away on 4th and 2. Cornpro send the punt for the Center Grove Trojans. High hanging punt. Fair catch made by Bloomington South. Ryan Steichleather Jr. with the fair catch.
Yeah,
34 yards on the punt.
Coach Moore just wanted to play a little field position game there. See if Bloomington South would start deep in their own territory like Center Grove has started a couple times. But a good stop by Bloomington South. Thought that might be why he ran the ball on 3rd and 5 or 6, Kevin, as he felt like if he got within a couple yards, he'd go for it. But decided to punt it away.
Combs in shotgun formation. 76% completion rate. Only 1 interception coming into tonight's game. He's thrown 1 tonight, so now 2 on the season. Fantastic run by Cooper.
34.
Yeah, and you let him get out there. Cooper, a little spin move there. Looked like Center Grove had him bottled up in the backfield, but he made a spin move and picked up first down on probably 12, 13 yards on first down.
To the 31-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Townsend coming into tonight's game, 848 yards rushing. With 1 touchdown tonight, he's got 16 on the season. Ball batted down.
Yeah, I think that was Bright again. Another one knocked down by him. Trying those quick little hitters there before the pressure gets to Combs, and credit to Lincoln for getting those big paws up there to knock that one down.
Second down and 10 from the Bloomington South 31. Handoff. Center Grove smothering the running back.
Like that was Frankie Hayes in the backfield.
Cooper with the carry.
Now these are the down and distance, Kevin, where that front 4 needs to get after Combs and make him throw it before he has time. Obviously, he's looking for his main receiver, Jalen Williams, number 1.
Picks up a couple of yards. 3rd and 8 under duress. And it's picked off by Stanley. The defensive lineman tried to dump it off like a screen pass. Stanley stayed back and picks it off. 2nd interception tonight by CG.
What a great play by the senior Jeremy Stanley. He does a great job. The other 3 linemen all rushed in on Combs, and Combs thought, oh, I got the screen set up perfectly. Stanley just sits back there, and gets his first interception of his career. Now great field position for Center Grove. You've got to take advantage of this.
Football at the Bloomington South 27-yard line. Dom Berry on the screen pass to the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Dom Berry.
First thing he should do, Kevin Conrad, go up to number 6, Timmons, and say thank you, sir, because he absolutely buried his his DB that was right across from him, and that opened up the hole. The quick hitter to Dom Berry, and he takes it the distance for a touchdown.
4th receiving touchdown for Dom Berry this season.
Great.
10th touchdown for Oscar Sloan through the air.
Great block by Cade Timmons there, and Center Grove takes advantage of the interception by Stanley.
Dallas attempting the PAT kick, and it is good.
And it hits the concession stand, Kevin.
He's 38 out of 39 on PAT kicks this season. Center Grove leads it 14-6. Center Grove capitalizing off that INT by Stanley.
Yeah, and Sloan gets TD number 10 on the year. Goes over 1,100 yards in passing on the season for the sophomore.
So with that INT by Stanley, another $5 to the CG Education Foundation, compliments of Hudson Industrial Services. And with that touchdown by Berry, Hobby Injury Law of Greenwood donating another $10 to the CG Athletic Department, and State Farm agent Eric Wykowski donating $5 back to the CG Education Foundation with that PAT kick.
And what that, in this day and age, and you watch NFL games, Kevin, and so many teams go for it on 4th down in less than 3 or 4 anymore. Coach Moore punting the ball back and making them start that field position, that drive, and deep in their own field position. You get the turnover, and then boom, one play later you score. So he's obviously got confidence that his defense is not going to be very difficult to drive 80 yards on them, and they get the turnover, and Sloan gets it to Berry for a touchdown.
14-6, Center Grove leads it. 10:39 to play. We're in the second quarter. Rick, we haven't told our fans where we're sitting tonight.
Oh man, we are with the crowd, Kevin, tonight.
We are among the cowbells tonight. We are in the Center Grove bleachers tonight. We are outside. Thankfully, it's a beautiful fall night. We're opposite the press box. It was a full house over there in the press box. 3 radio stations, a video stream by Bloomington South. And I basically said, hey, I'll sit in the Center Grove bleachers. And they said, you got a deal.
Yeah, I see some open spaces over there, at least for, me, you, Austin, and Sean. We could squeeze in there over there, Kevin. But, yes, thankfully it wasn't about 10 degrees colder, or Rick would have had to wear a parka or something like that. Pretty soft in my old age. But, yeah, it is a beautiful night, and we're over here in the visiting bleachers.
So the South Panthers have the football at their own 32-yard line. Running play here on the near side. Tackle made by Onay. With the run is Townsend. Braylon Townsend, a senior, to the 35-yard line, give him 3 yards.
Townsend on the carry.
Second down at 7. Approaching 10 minutes to play, second quarter.
Oh, man, that really didn't look like he was across. They're going to call that on Center Grove, offside. They're going to call that on Lincoln Bright, and he flinched. And Coach Moore is not happy with the official right beside him.
5-yard penalty. So they'll put the football at the 40. Now second and a couple for the Panthers.
I mean, he definitely flinched, but he was a half a yard back, and first down.
Run right up the middle for Townsend.
Oh, 5-yard penalty on them, looks like.
Flag on the play. Player down for the Bloomington South Panthers, Weston Fulford, one of their senior captain offensive linemen. That's something you do not want to see at any point in the season, but especially in Week 9 right before the state tournament. Again, one of their great offensive linemen. He's 6'4", 280 pounds. He's a captain. He's being looked at right now on the field.
Grabbing that left knee, but they're checking that out. But, yes, there was a 5-yard penalty on that one, so that's going to set them back and make it 2nd and 7. But you're right. 5A is similar to 6A. I think there's only one 5A game next week, Kevin, in the first round of the playoffs. They got a couple extra teams, and that's Whiteland actually playing in the first round. But so Bloomington South will be off next week as well. So good to see him up.
Yeah, he's going to need a little bit of help getting off the field. Let's go to our Dan Gandolf Financial Services scoreboard. In the first quarter, Brownsburg at home leading HSC 7-0. In the second quarter, at Lawrence Central, it's Carmel 12, Lawrence Central 7. At Franklin Central, second quarter, Westfield 7, FC 0. In the first quarter, Lawrence North at home, scoreless with Pike.
Lawrence North looking to try to win that MIC title outright.
Also in the first quarter, Franklin at Decatur Central, scoreless. That's the Mid-State Conference. Fishers at home in the first quarter, down 7-0 to the Zionsville Eagles. Here at Bloomington South, Center Grove 14, South 6. We're in the second quarter, 9:39 on the clock. 2nd and 7 following that penalty against the Panthers. And
there's nobody over there.
Yeah,
that's got to be
grounding.
That's got to be grounding.
He's not out of the tackle box.
He's not out of that tackle box. No way.
No receiver.
Oh, that's a terrible call.
3rd and 7. He just threw it out of bounds. I don't believe he was outside the tackle box. I thought maybe the officials might have a discussion. Sometimes they discuss, but there was no discussion.
The main official was already signaling that he was outside of that, but he was not.
So 3rd and 7
good
for
pressure,
the Panthers.
Yeah, good pressure up front. Stanley giving pressure to Combs, and now 3rd and long again. You're going to see the same thing.
Looking for Williams. He finds Williams for the first down right in front of the Center Grove bench.
Too much time.
Tackled at midfield by Micaiah.
Pass, good to Williams.
It'll be spotted at the 50.
Panthers.
– 14 yards, first down, Panthers. Combs fakes the handoff.
He gone.
Goes to Williams. He makes the catch, makes a move. Not going to catch him. Touchdown, 50 yards.
Miss one tackle. That's what happens.
Just too talented. Williams coming in, 35 receptions, 621 yards, 10 touchdowns, and now 11 touchdowns. He's really, really good at 6'5". Made one move, Rick. Made the defender miss and takes it 50 yards for a TD.
Man, you got to figure that they're going to go for 2 here, Kevin, to try to make up that missed extra point. And they're going to call a timeout. Yeah, they're going to call a timeout to talk about it. But you're right. I mean, he was by himself over here, and the DB was giving him some space and let him make the grab, but then he missed the tackle, and he was off to the races. Had no safety help over here. And, yeah, Williams is talented enough. You got to have some help over here, or got to come up and make that tackle.
Rick, it seems like it's Bloomington South week. Last night, the Center Grove girls soccer team got it done, 2-1, beating Bloomington South at home in the regional semifinals, and the CG girls playing tomorrow in the regional championship.
Yeah, as Rick Sauter and I were talking about it last night, Kevin, that was one of the best soccer matches, girls or boys, that we've called before. Just a lot of action, especially in that first half, and Center Grove kind of weathered the storm early, where Bloomington South had a lot of opportunities, found a way to get a couple goals to take the lead at halftime, and then held on for the entire second half. So they're into the Elite Eight, Kevin, and a big one tomorrow at Seymour against Evansville Memorial.
Just under 9 minutes to play in the first half. The Panthers are going for 2. Combs is in shotgun formation. We have some movement by, I believe, the offensive line on that left side. It is against the Panthers. 5-yard penalty.
So now you just go ahead and take the extra point. Doesn't look like they're going to send them out. So
looked like the left tackle, Bo Badger, moved too soon. Offense stays out there. They're still going for 2.
You Got to shade some help over there on Williams.
He split out to the right side. Man goes in motion. He's going to roll right, throws across the middle, tipped by the Center Grove Trojans. Great defense. Oné got a piece of it, tipped it away.
Oné and Yoder both there, Kevin, and you're right, Center Grove maintains the lead. And once again, it's the big plays, Kevin. We saw it. We've really seen it the last few weeks that what has bit that Center Grove defense is the big plays. Last week we saw it a few times against a very talented LN team, and once again we see it there. We've seen 2 plays now over 50 yards via the air from Bloomington South. Got to find a way to limit those plays.
We'll have more Center Grove football coming up tomorrow from Center Grove Middle School North at 10 o'clock in the morning. The Center Grove JV team will try to finish out an undefeated season, hosting the Bloomington South Panthers. And then following that game at around the noon hour, the Center Grove freshman team will be hosting Bloomington South. CG freshman team final game of the regular season as well. They have just the 1 loss on the season.
Both of those teams have been fun to call their games this year, Kevin, and you're right. Trying to finish off the season on a positive note there and get ready for the off season.
Our games tomorrow being presented by Coldwell Banker Styles, Bailey Wood.
What was that? Nice.
Mortgage Lender, and Duke Homes.
That was odd. Obviously, we don't have the video. They all came running up to the line and then just all kind of stopped. But none of them went across, so.
The freshman kicking off. This is Sam Stolberg. Returned by the Trojans. Brody Tilton with the return. Brody Tilton, junior running back. Looks like right close to the 20, 15 yards on the return.
Yeah, both of those kicks by Stolberg have been really good, Kevin, because he's kind of pinching them onto one of the sidelines. I'm sure that's kind of what Center Grove, when they do that little pooch kick, is trying to do, pinch them along the sidelines. But Stolberg's doing it inside the 5-yard line. And
it is spotted at the 20.
Center Grove are going to have to take it full 80 yards here. Lange at the wingback position. Biggerstaff behind Sloan, under center. And Tilton.
Is that Tilton?
And once again, guess who? Number 7, Kevin.
Chopped him down.
Steichleather from that safety position.
Tilton with the carry.
Tilton on the carry, met by a host of Panthers. Short game brings up 2nd down.
Spotted at the 23, 3 yards for Tilton. Make that the 22. Couple of yards. 2nd down and 8, 8:20 and counting, 2nd quarter. Center Grove Athletic Director Joe Bronkella will join us coming up at halftime on our Ray Skillman Auto Group halftime show. Across the middle, receiver gets tripped.
I mean, he grabbed him one time and then he tripped him, and now he wants to know why the flag. So
Reese Oliver was the intended receiver.
Liam Moore was on the coverage, and yeah, that was an easy call despite Moore's objecting.
Yellow flag thrown, middle of the field.
Yeah, it'll move it up to the 37-yard line. Center Grove will get a 1st down.
So we talked about girls soccer tomorrow in the regional championship. Also girls volleyball, 11 o'clock at Southport, playing in the sectional semifinals against Southport. If the CG Trojans win that, they'll play at 6 o'clock in the sectional championship.
Got to win 2 of them tomorrow, Kevin. Try to take that first step towards a deep run like Coach Gandalf Hawk and her team did last year.
Boys and girls cross country in the sectional tomorrow morning. Trojans with Ricky Lange to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, a little bit of a wide snap there and kind of messed up the timing. Lange did the best that he could. Actually, a great job by Sloan as well. But Lange has to hold up a little bit before he hits that hole so he doesn't hit it as hard as what he normally would have. Still picks up 3.
2nd down and 7. Sloan goes under center, rolls right. Pass completes.
Cut it up.
Hurdles the defender. Jaden Biggerstaff taken down at the Bloomington South 40-yard line.
That was a great. Oh, now Biggerstaff's down. Oh, are you kidding me?
Maybe he got the wind knocked out of him, possibly. He went high.
He's grabbing a shoulder.
He tried to go high and try to jump over a defender, and he really hit the turf hard. Again, he's at the 40, collects 20 yards on the play.
Yeah, that was a great catch by Biggerstaff because that ball was a little bit high, but he went up to get it, and then you're right. He tried to cut back and hurdle a kid, and when that happened, he got kind of caught mid-air, and that guy slung him to the ground, and now he's, walking off, but it's not the legs this time. They're grabbing the shoulder.
He'll be checked out by the Center Grove training staff and doctor as well. Football at the Panther 40-yard line.
All right, Kevin, it just feels like somebody's got a voodoo doll of a Center Grove running back, and they just keep taking a needle to it the entire season.
Once again, he goes under center.
Tilton this time.
Tilton lined up that time in the wing T formation. Had Lange at right wing back. Gets looks like a couple of yards to the 38.
Honestly, this Bloomington South defense has done a good job for the most part, like I said, other than that one Biggerstaff run for a touchdown against the run for Center Grove. But they're also putting 7-8 guys in the box and daring Center Grove to throw the ball.
2nd down and 8. In shotgun. Lange, they fake the handoff. They go to Barry with the screen pass, far side of the field. He's inside the 30, tackled. It is enough for a Center Grove first down.
Well, and last time I credited Cade Timmons. This time Big Eli Williams, number 84 over there, blocking on the perimeter. He's able to take his cornerback and scoot him out of the way, and that enabled Dom Barry to pick up a first down. Another great job of blocking on the perimeter by Center Grove wide receivers.
He collects 9 yards. 1st and 10 Trojans, 6:30 to play. Second quarter. Center Grove by 2, 14-12. Sloan in the shotgun. Ricky Lange trying to get outside. Really good penetration by this South defensive line, but he still makes positive yards out of it to the 26-yard line.
Yeah, he did, Kevin, because that looked like there was nothing in the initial hole. He tried to bounce it outside. There's nothing there. Good pursuit by the Panthers. And now you're going to see, for the first time since week 3, Nolan Reese in the backfield.
Wearing that brace on that left knee, the senior. What a story. Coming back to get a few runs tonight. He's going to get his first one since week 3. And he's to the 20-yard line. 6 yards for Reese. Should be a first down. Going to be really close.
Right at it.
Right at it.
3rd and short, Kevin.
3rd down.
3rd and short, you're right. Football just across the 20-yard line.
Now you got Tilton, Reese, and Lange all in on 3rd and short.
Reese, 6 yards. He lines up right behind Sloan, who goes under center. Wing T formation, going back to Reese, going left side, and he's going to be tackled after about a yard gain.
Yeah, he got the first down, though.
Gets the first down to the 19.
29.
You get him a couple carries, you ask him how he feels, and kind of shake the cobwebs up. You get a little butt chewing from Coach Moore, and he's ready to go.
New set of downs for the Trojans again at the Bloomington South 19, 4:49 on the clock, second quarter. Sloan under pressure, gets rid of it, knocked to the turf. Incomplete pass, looking for Dom Barry.
Untouched was number 23, Ross Ogden, from that linebacker position on the left side, and he absolutely popped Oscar Sloan there. Sloan just trying to get it away. He had Barry open in the left flat, but did not have near the time to deliver that one.
Young's in the backfield, makes a one-handed catch on the screen here to the near side.
Are you kidding me?
That was impressive. He went in motion and makes a one-handed grab.
That's a terrible spot he got, too. I thought he was inside the 10-yard line. They mark him all the way back to the 11. What a catch by the freshman Roman Youngs. Yeah, that looked to be about 6 inches or so in front of him, Kevin. He just snagged it with one hand. That was impressive.
Well done by the freshman. You are correct. 8 yards for Youngs on that completed pass. Lange, the wing back in motion, takes the handoff, cuts it out to the 5, looking for the end zone. Touchdown.
Flag.
But hold on. Flag on the perimeter.
Oh, they didn't need to do that. That was
just inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Flag holding against the Trojans negates the touchdown by Ricky Lange.
Now that looks familiar to last week, Kevin, when there was 4 touchdowns taken off the board, 2 by each team. Oh, man. And yep. That time when you're out on the perimeter and it's easy to see, man.
Holding is a call.
That's 3rd and long now. Back them up 10 yards. Oh. Well, you gotta pass protect here. They're gonna bring extra guys. You gotta be able to pick them up. Screen.
3rd screen complete to Tilton.
You got one guy you got to block out there, and Center Grove doesn't do it.
Ogden, the linebacker, makes the tackle. He's been really good tonight.
Yeah, you had 2 offensive linemen out there, and neither one of them got Ogden. You block Ogden, and Tilton's probably going to walk into the end zone. Now you're going to have to kick a field goal. Or attempt a field goal, yep.
Ball at the 17. Got a couple of yards on that pass play. Block going down at the 24, so this is a 34-yard attempt for Dallas. Oliver with the hold. It is good. He puts it through. Dallas this season on field goals, 6 out of 8. 17-12, Center Grove leads it. 3:22 to go in this opening half.
Yeah, that 34-yard field goal, that's what it was, right, Kevin? 34?
34 yards.
That 34 would have been good from 55. I mean, he boomed that one through. Great to have a weapon like that, especially starting in a couple weeks here, Kevin, in tournament time when you need points. But, man, hate to see that touchdown taken away. That would have been put you up by 2 scores. Center Grove gets one taken back from the holding penalty. Now you got to have your defense step up here. Remember, Center Grove gets the ball to start the second half. So if you can get a stop from your defense here and then have an opportunity to tack on some points to start the second half, that'd be huge.
Right, but is it also now like
Corn Probst will tee it up at the 40, middle of the field. Dallas puts the right foot into it. Line drive kick.
There's all the way.
There's your touchback. About a yard or 2 deep. Touchback number 16 for Dallas. South will set up camp at their own 20.
Obviously, guy that you got to pay attention to, Kevin, number 1, Jalen Williams. Talked about him coming in. That's South Florida Bulls commit, and he's been as advertised so far for Bloomington South. Obviously, he hasn't had the chance that much to have big games, Kevin, because they've been blowing everybody out and having running clocks, and they're not throwing the ball. But he's taking advantage tonight of his opportunities.
Combs hands it off to Cooper.
Nothing there.
Well played by the Center Grove defense.
Benny Hayes in the backfield. Cherry again.
Stanley comes up limping for CG. No gain. Football at the 20. Stanley with an INT in tonight's ball game. He is still limping, but he's staying in the ball game. South going quickly. Combs, he pumps it, now goes across the middle, has a completed pass for the first down at the 31. Center Grove defender drives the wide receiver out of bounds. Yoder with the tackle.
Yeah, but they got a first down, Kevin. Are they saying they're just shy?
Looked like it was a first down.
I don't know what they're doing with these markers.
Giles with the reception. Now they're saying move the markers, the first down markers. It is a first down. Football at the 30, at the Bloomington South 30. 2:49 to play in the first half. Combs in the gun, hands it off to 34. That's Cooper. Cuts it up the middle, near midfield before he's tackled. Found an opening.
Cooper on the carry.
Tackled at the, they're going to spot it at the 37.
Yeah, that was a good job by Cooper. He just cut it up and then found some open space, couple missed tackles, and now they go fast. Center Grove a little slow getting back to the line of scrimmage there and just not getting set up. Bloomington South's taking advantage.
Cooper gets it across midfield. Sloan, the freshman, with the tackle. Football at the 47. 6 yards. Townsend
fumble.
Coughs it up.
Oh, and unfortunately they recovered it, and they recovered it for a first down. Because it fumbled forward.
Bo Badger recovers. Left tackle for the South Panthers. Football at the Center Grove 41. 2:10 and counting. First half. Handoff again to Townsend.
Yeah, and right now Center Grove's front four on defense is just tired because Bloomington South's going quickly, and Center Grove hands on the knees, hands on the hips, and Bloomington South just marching this ball down the field.
At the 34, 7 yards.
He's throwing, he's wide open.
Yeah, threw it to the receiver, a backwards pass, and he was wide open, and he drops it. That was going to Jalen Williams. It was almost too easy. It was going to be 6 points, and that was Jonathan Winstead.
Yeah, the backup quarterback, junior backup quarterback.
Took that backwards pass, made a beautiful pass, and not sure why he couldn't hang on.
Yeah, that was
Williams
could have walked into the end zone on that one. Great play call by offensive coordinator Mo Moriarty. Did.
You're right. Mo knows football, that is for sure. And now Cherry makes a nice play.
Yeah, no gain, maybe a loss.
Townsend trying to run here to the near side, so it's going to be fourth, and let's see where they're going to spot it at the 34. So no gain. 4th and 3, 1:20 and counting, second quarter.
Oh, their guy jumped. Yep.
Movement by the right guard for the Panthers. 5-yard penalty.
So now 4th and 8. So will they punt this away or will they go for it? Gutsy if they go for it, Kevin, because if you don't make it, you give Center Grove the ball at the 40-yard line with 3 timeouts and minute 20 on the clock. But looks like they're keeping their offense in.
4th and 8 is the call at the Trojan 39.
Oh, find where Williams is. Got to shade that safety this way.
He split out to the left. They're looking left. Now they're going across the middle. And was it picked off?
Well, he doesn't need to pick it off. I hope he didn't.
Frankie Hayes tipped it. Vinny Hayes, his brother, nearly picked it off. It does hit the turf. It's an incomplete pass, and Center Grove will have it at their own 39-yard line. Turnover on downs.
39-yard line and 3 timeouts, Kevin. Very similar. What was the time last week, Kevin, when
96 seconds, like a minute and 36.
Yeah, so a little bit less than that, but you're on the 39-yard line. We'll see what Center Grove can do here at the end of the first half.
Sloan, quarterback, sophomore, in the shotgun formation. Delayed handoff.
Big hole. Oh, great tackle. Man.
Close to a first down.
Steichleather again, Kevin. That kid, and I'm looking at the stats here, Kevin. He's only, and I say only, but defensively, he comes in with only 37 tackles. I bet he has 7 or 8 in the first half tonight from that safety position.
Timeout called. Stops the clock with 1:07 in the second quarter. 17-12, Center Grove by 5.
So Center Grove still 2 timeouts left. You got the ball on the 47. Minute 7, obviously you got the big time leg and corn ropes that can be good from 45 plus, but you'd really like to get it a lot closer to that or stick it in the end zone.
8 yards on that last carry. 2nd and 2 for the Trojans. Football at the Center Grove 47. 2 timeouts remaining here for the Trojans. Tilton in the backfield. Play action. Sloan throws it, completes it, and he's out of bounds. With the reception is Aiden Francis, the senior.
Not much room. I don't even know if he gained any. He might have lost a yard.
Yeah, I'm going to put it at the 48, 1 yard. I would say 1 yard.
I mean, looks like he got
3rd and 1. I think it was at the 47, now at the 48.
What do you do? Call 2 plays here, run it real quick, and hurry back up to the line of scrimmage.
61 seconds to play.
Man, they're going to be close if they got it or not.
Tilton with the carry.
I mean, you got to.
Stike Leather again in on the stop. They'll put the football at the 49, 1 yard.
He's looking at it. We haven't seen too many. Oh, they're going to bring the chains out. This might be one of the first 2 or 3, maybe it's been under 3 times that we've seen the chains come out this year, Kevin. I think he's got it. My Ted Kitchell eyes say Center Grove first down. Get a play called and get ready to get back up the line of scrimmage, because
by the point of the football, it appears, yes, first down, Center Grove. .54 seconds to play. You're right. Once they get the chain gang back in position, they will start the clock. Center Grove already at the line of scrimmage, ready to go. Trojans 2 more timeouts yet to go in this first half. Sloan in the gun. High snap, handles it, throws it, and it's going to be complete to Timmons. Breaks the tackle. He's to the 30 and tackled at the 25.
Now you hustle the line of scrimmage. You got time, but you can't let too much time go off here. You still got 2 timeouts, ball in the 25.
26 yards for Timmons. Quick makes the tackle for the Panthers. Timmons, a senior wide receiver. Handoff. Tilton.
Now you got to call one. Yep.
To the 20. Picks up 5 yards.
Timeout, Center Grove.
That's a great catch by Timmons, and then a great yards after catch after he broke a couple tackles there, Kevin, to get Center Grove. You're in field goal range, but now you need to get a little greedy and try to get 7 instead of 3. Be a huge momentum shifter, Kevin, after it looked like Bloomington South was going to drive down there and possibly take the lead heading into halftime. But if you can get 7 on the board here and you got the ball to start the second half, that'd be absolutely huge.
Biggerstaff injured. Looks like he's got that right shoulder.
It's not good.
Taped up with some ice. He's got the shoulder pads off. It was so great to see him back last week. 270 yards against Lawrence North, and injured on the last drive for the Trojans. He's now on the sideline.
It's just some crazy stuff, Kevin, you just don't see over the course of 4 or 5 years. You've seen them all this year for Center Grove, all in that running back field.
35 seconds to play. 1 timeout remaining for CG. 2nd down and 5. Sloan throwing and completes to Timmons.
Should be a first down.
Try to get out of bounds.
Yeah, you got to hurry up the line of scrimmage now.
First down for the Trojans. They'll stop the clock with 30 seconds. They'll resume once they spot the football.
Moore on the tackle. On the other reception.
Just inside the 15, looks like at the 14-yard line.
That was a quick start of the clock by that official. The chains weren't set. The ball was barely down.
Now they'll put the football, I guess it's at the 15. So Timmons got 5 yards. Nope, they're respotting. And now put the ball at the 14. So it was 6 yards for Timmons. Football at the 14. Again, he spikes it to stop the clock with 25 seconds. 2nd and 10.
Remember, you still got that 1 timeout, but, man, you really want to save that so that you can throw the ball in the middle of the field if you need to.
Or if you need to kick a field goal. Obviously, Center Grove wants a touchdown, and they're going to try the screen pass, and really good job by the Panthers to read that. So he throws it in the turf to stop the clock with 21 seconds.
That one wasn't set up very well, Kevin. And this would, on the flip side of things, Bloomington South, a stop here to hold Center Grove to 3 would be huge for them going into halftime, saying, hey, we're staying right with top 4 team in the 6A state.
So to understand how you go from number 3 in the state, beating Lawrence North, and you drop a spot to number 4. But
Center Grove better hurry up and get the play in.
Here comes
Kevin.
Timmons with the next play. We're down to 6 on the play clock. 5, 4, 3. Center Grove to the line of scrimmage. 2-1. They got it off. Sloan looking right. Now he's going to step up. He's going to try to run the football.
Oh, that's got to be a penalty.
Oh, my mercy.
Where is the flag?
He was already down and got hit in the helmet late.
Wow.
No flag.
I don't know how you don't call that.
Center Grove will let the clock run down to 3 seconds, 2, and now the Trojans take their final timeout to kick a field goal. I'm just hoping Sloan's okay. That was a vicious hit on Sloan.
He was already being taken down to the ground, and a guy just hit him completely right in the head.
He gets a couple of yards. Football's at the 12.
Yeah, you got to kick it now, so maybe about a 29-yarder.
It should be a 29-yard attempt here for Corn Probst. Center Grove taking its last time out, stopping the clock with 2 seconds left in this opening half. Center Grove leads it 17-12. Center Grove will have the football to begin the second half. Corn Probst from the right hash. Block going down at the 19. 29-yard attempt. Reese Oliver with the hold. Good snap, the hold, the kick. Right down the middle. Well done by Dallas Corn Probst. That will take us to halftime. Center Grove leads at 20-12. Here in Bloomington against the South Panthers. What a great opening half by the Trojans and the Panthers. Our Ray Skillman Auto Group halftime show is up next. This is CG Football presented by IU Health.
This is the place that's skill built. Here, highly skilled physicians never rest in their pursuit to heal, to comfort, to cure. With these hands, you'll receive nationally recognized heart care and Indiana's most leading-edge cancer care. With these hearts, with these guts, with these brains, you'll find the highest level of care in the state. This is the hope that's skill built, and it's around every corner of Indiana University Health.
At the barn at Bayhorse Inn, timeless charm and natural beauty create one of Indiana's most unforgettable settings. Surrounded by woods yet close to the city, it's where weddings, celebrations, and life's most meaningful moments become cherished memories. Right out front, the land has taken on new purpose with Shiloh's Corner, a Cunningham Group development. Named after Shiloh, a special horse who once roamed that very pasture, this project honors the land's history while creating new spaces for dining, retail, and community connection. And just down the road, you'll find the stables of Bayhorse Inn, where riders of all ages discover the joy of horseback riding. From first lessons to the show ring, from pony parties to camps for kids, the stables celebrate the magic of the horse and the community it inspires. Together, these places reflect a vision of growth, tradition, and connection, where memories are made and Greenwood continues to thrive.
Take the rest of the year off from payments at Ray Skillman Buick GMC. The Halloween treats will be sweeter, the Thanksgiving turkey will be tastier, and you'll have extra cash this Christmas with no payments for 120 days. Plus, get 0% financing and save up to $10,000 on a new GMC Sierra and 0.9% financing on the entire Buick lineup. Make no payments until next year at Ray Scummon Buick GMC.
Don't settle for average. Choose Mark Linder, president of the Mark Linder team at Century 21 Sheets. From cozy starter homes to million-dollar houses and everything in between, he sells them all. With over 30 years of experience and consistently in the top 1% of real estate agents in the state of Indiana, Mark Linder knows this market like the back of his hands. Mark Linder supports the Trojans and our community because it's not just his job, it's his home. And just like any great football player, Mark Linder can tackle it all. Everybody gets the same care and attention, no matter who you are. Mark is proud to call Johnson County home, but even prouder to help others do the same. Blue signs, expert advice, and results that speak for themselves.
In the heart of Center Grove, where hard work runs deep and neighbors look out for each other, you'll find Johnson's Hauling and Excavating.
We specialize in commercial projects, including land clearing, site and utilities, completed with precision, safety, and pride. This isn't just a business, it's a family legacy. Born and raised right here in Center Grove, we built a reputation on trust, reliability, and getting the job done right.
When it's time to start your next project, make Johnson's your first call.
We're at halftime here at Bloomington South. Center Grove leads Bloomington South 20-12. This is the Race Going Auto Group halftime show. Kevin Conrad now joined by Coach Andy Moore, the head coach of the Center Grove Junior Trojans, and his team's going to have a big day tomorrow. They're going to be in the Indiana Elementary Football Association Final Four. Going to be hosted at Center Grove Middle School North. They're going to play at 7 o'clock. And Andy, it's been a great season for your squad again this year, and tomorrow's going to be a big game. You guys are taking on Brownsburg, a team that you beat earlier in the year on the road. I think it was the last-second play of the game that you guys had to get to beat the really good Brownsburg team.
Yeah, it was. We're excited for tomorrow's opportunity to get to play those guys again, and they've been kind of a thorn in our side. And my first year we couldn't beat them. 2 times we played them, didn't beat them last year. We got a great group of kids. I'm excited for the opportunity for the kids. Each Thursday night we have a legacy speaker come out and talk to our kids 2 nights before the game. And last night I chose Ivan Smith, the tennis coach. And he came out, and his message was just to find a way. Find a way. You know, every player on the field, you got to be wanting the football to come to you. You got to want to make the play. Don't rely on somebody else to make the play. And that's what I told our guys. I said, man, we should be comfortable going into tomorrow and feel good. Brownsburg played us tough, but we found a way. We had about 40 seconds left and made a couple big plays down the stretch, and we're able to pull the game out. So they're well coached. They're a great team, and I'm sure it's going to be a battle tomorrow down on the south side.
Yeah, it's going to be over at Center Grove Middle School North. We'll be there at the live stream. The first game tomorrow will be the Noblesville squad going against Avon, and Noblesville's the top seed. You guys are the number 2 seed, so we're going to have both games coming up tomorrow night, 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock JRT, and it's might be a little bit of rain in that forecast tomorrow night, Coach.
Yeah, the cheer coach actually sent me a message and said, "Have you seen the forecast?" I said, "Yeah, the boys will be okay. I feel bad for the girls is who I really feel bad for. The boys like playing in that stuff. I just hope it's not thunderstorms, that we can actually get the games in and on time and not have to delay it to a different day or something. But I do feel for the cheerleaders. Their hair and makeup isn't going to be the best night for that tomorrow night, it doesn't look like."
Andy, just your thoughts about this first half. Center Grove Bloomington South haven't played since 2009, and the last time the Trojans were here was back in 2008. So it's been a long time, but you're talking about two very storied, football programs. Mo Moriarty and everything he's done here. He's still the offensive coordinator with this team. Of course, we know what Coach Moore's done with Center Grove, but I'm glad to see Bloomington South back on the schedule.
No, it really is neat. When I started in high school football as a player, Bloomington South was the standard, and then I got to work with Coach Joe Siderwitz and know a little bit about him and his dad. And his dad's first year at Martinsville, Bloomington South beat them 84-0, and then Bill and the Artesians beat them the next year. Joe said he had Post-it notes on around his house and his cars and the bathroom, and it just said 84-0. So Bloomington South was the standard, for a long time in Central Indiana football. And it's kind of like going back in time. I had a lot of memories, not necessarily great memories down here as a player, as a young player. The milk jugs, those give me nightmares.
Do they still have them? I can't
hear
them.
They still had the milk jugs, yeah. And they used to make us walk through the milk jugs, the crowd of people. Now we get a little side gate over here. But it's neat to see that. And, yeah, they got a lot of tradition down here. And I'm really impressed with their team. They're flying around. They're a little undersized, but they've got some guys, and that receiver's really tough. And then their defense is really flying around. I'm impressed with their defense. I thought we'd be able to push them around a little bit more. So I'm down there on the field. They look like they've been in the weight room and getting after it. I don't know who the head coach is, but they're doing a good job.
Yeah, Coach Gabe Johnson, he was at Triton Central prior to coming here, and then he was an assistant under Mo Moriarty for a few years, and now the head coach in his 6th year, and he's doing a really good job. And heck, I wrote down, I got the scores, Andy, when you played for Center Grove back in the day. You're right, Bloomington South, your freshman year under Coach King, it was 44-0. The Bloomington South got the win.
Yeah, and they luckily,
that was in the sectional.
I was a freshman, and I got pulled up to play with the varsity team or to be on the sideline, and they actually put me in the game that night for a series, and I had to block a kid named Shane Moat, and he was going to IU, and he was the toughest nose tackle around. Really good player, and I think did some pretty good things at IU. But, 44-0. There weren't too many good memories of that night other than just being a young kid and having a coach believe in me and give me an opportunity that kind of got me excited, and I knew at that point, maybe I could do this. So.
Well, your sophomore year, you played him again in 98, and it was 41-14, so you got at least a couple of scores. And then 99, sectional game again, 39-20, another loss. But your senior year, you got it done, 24-14. It was played at Center Grove.
We did, yeah. That was a fun night. I remember that like yesterday. But going back to my sophomore year, Eric McClurg was a freshman. He led the state of Indiana in interceptions that year as a true freshman, and he had 10 interceptions. Our only highlight of that night, the first play of the game, right on our sideline, Rex Grossman was the quarterback. He fires one out to the receiver, and Eric McClurg, as a freshman, returns it for a touchdown. That's about the only thing we've ever done against Rex Grossman. The next time I got revenge on him is when the Colts beat him in the Super Bowl, and I was at the game. So that's about as close as I come to beating him. He was a great player. And just they had a great tradition going, and it is good to see him back, fighting. And this is a great football game. It really is a great night for it.
And of course, Aaron Holterman was on the Colts practice squad that year and got a Super Bowl ring.
He was on there. He lucked out there. So he lucked out and got picked up right at the right time. And I do remember I was at the game at the Super Bowl. I got a chance to go and had a ticket, and I went down near field level, and I got to talk to Aaron as he was walking off the field. So yeah, special night. That was pretty cool. And he comes down to the Bantam Fields and brings a Super Bowl ring, and the kids love that. So.
And again, we're visiting with Andy Moore, the head coach of the Junior Trojans, coming up tomorrow at 7 o'clock at Middle School North. They're going to be hosting Brownsburg in the Final Four of their state tournament, and the first game, Noblesville, and it'll be Avon in that first game. That should be a good game as well.
That should be a really good game. Both teams are very physical. Noblesville obviously beat us. Avon played us probably the next best, or right there with Brownsburg. There are 4 good teams tomorrow. It's going to be good football. It's high-level football, for 5th and 6th graders, and it's just fun to be a part of. That age group is so fun. They're so eager to learn the game and to get better and to please you. And I have really enjoyed it. I can't wait to watch the kids that I coached at that age up here at this level. So it won't be long. And, those 7th graders is that first group. So, they'll be up here hopefully playing for Coach Moore here before too long.
I was going to say, maybe, Andy, tell our folks at home watching tonight's and listening to tonight's stream, you come every Friday night. I know you're always supervising some young, junior Trojans on the sideline. But what are your sideline responsibilities on game night?
So, yeah, it's been a long-standing tradition that the junior Trojan coaches pick a couple of ball boys each week, and we try to rotate it as much as we can. Some of the kids on the away games, they've got other things going on, but we give it an opportunity for the 6th graders to do it first, and then if we usually go deep enough into the playoffs that everybody gets a chance at it. So our responsibilities are to make sure when Center Grove's on offense that we have a ball that's been checked in. The ball boys check about 5 or 6 balls in. We've had really good weather this year, so our job's been really easy. We haven't had to hide too many footballs under a towel or anything like that. And then we just stick with the offense, and if there's an incomplete pass, one of them goes and chases the ball down, the other stays to put a new ball in. And then we got Coach Spoonmore and my son Ari. They are in charge of the kicking ball, if you will. Not supposed to say that, but that's what they do. And so when we score, they spot it behind the goalpost and they retrieve the ball that we just scored with, and then that way we kick off with one of our balls as well. So it's fun to be down there. The kids, it's a good time for me to not be their coach and just to kind of get to know them and build that relationship. And Coach Hines, now he comes with me sometimes, and I know he's probably listening. He'll be barking at him and getting on him. And that's my time to just I'll let Scott be that guy. I'm barking at him Monday through Friday. So I just try to build that relationship and let them see a different side of me and just, talk football with them and just be a kid. It's really fun down there.
Also, Coach Moore, we just had the sectional draw. Center Grove got a good one. The Lisa at home first game going to Jeffersonville. Not always a pleasant trip, but this year the Jeffersonville Red Devils are coming to Race-Goman Stadium.
Yeah, I must say when I saw that draw come out that I was pretty happy that I didn't have to make the drive down to Jeffersonville with Coach Hines. He'll make me stop at some drive-through I don't want to eat at and on the way down and on the way back. And, I just don't like to eat like that.
So the Red Devils coming to Center Grove after we made that trip down there last year. So it's only fair that they come to our place this year, right?
It is. And Coach Moore, he's scared to death of that cannon. Anytime they score, they fire that little Civil War cannon off, and he doesn't like that thing too much. So yeah, it looks like we got a good draw. We should have a good crowd. Everybody will be back from fall break and excited. Hopefully we have some good weather. I think our team could use the week off next week. I know Biggerstaff got dinged up there a little bit and not quite sure what's going on there, but hopefully he gets back. And the whole team could just use a week of rest before we take off to the run to Thanksgiving. So
that's right. The drive for 5, as Coach Moore likes to call it. Well, Coach Andy Moore, thanks for joining us here at halftime. All the best tomorrow in your Final Four game. Again, 7 o'clock kickoff. We'll be there with the live stream.
Guys, we really appreciate all you do. The community does. A great thing. You guys have a great product. We're excited to have you guys down and doing our game. Great opportunity for the kids, and they'll love that. That's something that they can watch and look back on YouTube and watch forever and have those memories. So thank you guys for helping that come true for those boys. And go Trojans, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
Sounds great. Thank you. Coach Andy Moore joined us here at halftime. Center Grove leads it by a score of 20-12 over Bloomington South here in Bloomington. Our halftime show, presented by Race-Goman Auto Group, will continue after this timeout.
This is the place that's skill built. Here, highly skilled physicians never rest in their pursuit to heal, to comfort, to cure. With these hands, you'll receive nationally recognized heart care and Indiana's most leading-edge cancer care. With these hearts, with these guts, with these brains, you'll find the highest level of care in the state. This is the hope that's skill built, and it's around every corner of Indiana University Health.
Our clients operate in a world of constant evolution. At Forvis Mazars, we always look ahead. Listening to our clients' unique challenges and needs, we deliver audit and assurance, tax, and consulting solutions that are tailored and personal. We are Forbes Mazars, built for what's next.
Hey, I'm Jeff Saturday, and my favorite thing when I was a professional football player was Indiana. The Hoosier State always made me feel like family. That's why I trust Indiana's hometown mortgage lender, Bailey & Wood. This family-owned company not only gives back to the communities they serve, but also with their 5-star customer service, they can close on your dream home in days, not weeks. So remember, Indiana, you can always get your mortgages at a snap with Bailey & Wood.
Hey, Jeff, how does this look? Yay!
Not bad, bud, but let's stick to mortgages.
Prepare for scary good savings this month from Peterman Brothers. When you install a qualifying heating and cooling system with Peterman, the furnace is free. Take advantage of this fantastic deal before it disappears. Just visit PetermanHVAC.com.
Some people spend all day washing and buffing their ride to shiny perfection by hand. But you've learned the fine art of delegation.
The Southwestern Indiana Sports Network offers high school fans a chance to follow your favorite team. Check out our website at www.swisportsnetwork.com. Search for our Roku channel by searching SWI Sports Network. The Southwestern Indiana Sports Network, powered by Milligan Brosler Communications. Go Trojans!
If you could live anywhere, where would it be? And what would it be like? With today's home values, this is the perfect time to sell and make those dreams real. When you work with a world-class agent at Coldwell Banker, you benefit from trusted guidance and our revolutionary seller's assurance program to make your home sale more rewarding than ever. So it really is true. Your dreams don't have to be just dreams.
Take the rest of the year off from payments at Racegum and Buick GMC. The Halloween treats will be sweeter, the Thanksgiving turkey will be tastier, and you'll have extra cash this Christmas with no payments for 120 days. Plus, get 0% financing and save up to $10,000 on a new GMC Sierra and 0.9% financing on the entire Buick lineup. Make no payments until next year at Racegum and Buick GMC.
Back here at Bloomington South High School, intermission, 2012, Center Grove by 8. This is our Racegum Auto Group halftime show. Joe Bronkella, Center Grove Athletic Director, now joins us. Joe, it's been a great night of football. I'm glad to see Bloomington South back on the schedule. We haven't seen them since 2009 at home, and last time we were here was 2008. It's a great football game.
Yeah, it is. Great atmosphere. Their senior nights seem like for every team they have here today. And I'm so glad we have good weather since we're sitting up here in the bleachers.
Me too.
I wanted to see what the tents were like, but I guess I don't get to enjoy that. At least it's not cold.
Exactly. It's a great fall night. Joe, big day coming up tomorrow. Let's start with girls soccer. Beating Bloomington South last night at home, 2-1 regional semifinal, and now they'll play tomorrow. A change in time. It's going to start not at 4, but at 12. It's going to be at Seymour against Evansville Memorial for the regional title.
Yeah, last night, I don't know about you, I was on the edge of my seat that entire game, nervous. I don't think I went to sleep till midnight because I was still kind of wired from it all. But the IHSA wanted to move the games up because of that weather threat tomorrow night, so I think a good call overall, playing at noon. We have a lot of events tomorrow with volleyball going in the morning as well as cross country, so hopefully we get some people to tune in and watch when they're at the other events or vice versa.
Yeah, the boys and girls cross-country teams, are they going to be in the sectional? Is that at Franklin tomorrow?
No, it's at Shelbyville.
Shelbyville's hosting?
Yeah, I believe it's 9 and 10, 15 or something like that.
And you're right, girls volleyball, they won the sectional opener last night against Decatur Central. Now they'll play Southport tomorrow morning at 11. If they get that win, they'll be in the finals at 6 o'clock at Southport. They're off to, again, a great start here in postseason play.
Yeah, it's been a great postseason for all of our teams so far. You know, girls golf did finish with state finals. She did a great job at that last round. You know, hoping to get some more of our teams to keep on advancing like we like it.
And then the boys soccer. I know that was a tough one, and losing in the sectional championship to Whiteland, but I tell you, that was one heck of a game, though. It went into double overtime.
It sure was, and in that last 4 minutes, you know, getting that goal for them was a huge impact on us, and we couldn't quite get it down the field to get a good shot on goal.
In boys tennis, again, sectional champs, regional champs, played a really good HSC team in the semi-state, lost 3-2 there, but another solid run, and I think our number one singles player, I think he's going to be playing in an individual tournament.
Yeah, what a heck of a comeback from Yuvraj. You know, he was down 1-6 after the first set, came back and won the next two. Since he was in the semi-state, he does not play tomorrow. I'm sorry, did not play today with the rest of the teams. He'll play next Friday. I believe at North Central, too.
Also, the sectional draw is out for football. Hosting Jeffersonville after going there last year. It's nice to be home against Jeffersonville a week or 2 weeks from tonight. So Center Grove football will be off next Friday, but 2 weeks from tonight, home against Jeffersonville. And just some thoughts about that, Joe, as far as tickets and anything that we need to pass along about that game.
Yeah, and I know it's Halloween night, so I know a lot of people are going to have to balance between trick-or-treating and coming to watch the Trojans, but as many people as we can get to our stadium to play Jeffersonville, I mean, they're always a big athletic team, so who knows what we'll see. Last year we went down there, and now they get to endure that long drive to come see us.
Final thing, Joe, you have what? Trick or Treat with the Trojans. That's coming up Monday, October 27th, 6 to 8 in the evening at the Student Activity Center.
Yeah, what a good way to kick off sectional football week with starting that on that Monday. And, you know, we've always had a great turnout since we started that a few years back, and just continues to grow and grow. And our Student Athletic Council kids, they do a great job of organizing everything with it, setting the themes together, and I think that line was outside for about an hour and a half last year.
Joe Bronkella, CGAD, thanks for joining us at halftime. Let's have a great second half.
Yeah, thanks again as always.
Thank you, Joe. Appreciate it. We're ready for the second half. That concludes our Ray Skillman Auto Group halftime show. 20-12, Center Grove leads Bloomington South, and Center Grove will return to begin the second half. And once again, the freshman will kick it off. This is Sam Stolberg. He's done a fine job tonight with the kicking game. A deep kick here all the way to the 2-yard line. Running to the near side is Tilton to the 10, 15, 20, 25, and going to be just shy of the 30. Heck of a return for Brody Tilton.
Yeah, that was a nice return. That's almost one you want to just let go in the end zone, Kevin. He caught it on about the 2. It's either going to go in the end zone or it's going to go completely sideways there and go out of bounds, and then you're going to get it on the 35. But Tilton did the best he could to get that out, and he ended up getting it about the 28-yard line. So here we go. I think this is a huge possession for Center Grove. If you can march the ball down the field and score 7 points, and you get a little bit of distance for the first time tonight.
Our second half being presented by IU Health, Morgan Insurance Group, Howard Companies, and Kopetsky Auto Wash. Yeah, across the 40, first down Trojans.
That's a great play on first down. Center Grove finds Aiden Francis. They had a deep safety on that side, so all you had was the wide receiver Timmons blocking his guy, and then Francis was kind of surprised that he was that wide open, Kevin, and then just got it up the field, and they picked up 14 yards.
Yes, number 14 picks up 14 yards at the 42, at the Trojan 42.
That's a good play on first down.
Just getting things started here in the third quarter. Trojans run the football to the 45, 3 yards.
Well, and obviously he had another injury at running back in that first half, Kevin. Biggerstaff hurt his shoulder. He's over on the sidelines with an ice pack on it. So not good news again for another running back. The good thing is you got a couple of them back this week, but you didn't really want to give either one of those guys some heavy workload tonight. You just wanted to sprinkle in 5 or 10 carries for each of them. Unfortunately, they might have a heavier workload here in the second half.
Ball spotted officially at the 44. A couple of yards on that last run. Oscar Sloan throwing across the middle, looking for Francis. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, that's one you need a little bit of air under it, Kevin, to let him run down that one, because Francis was open going right down the middle of the field. But
And the fans make some noise.
he didn't find him, and now 3rd and long for Center Grove.
Reese Oliver brings in the next play for the Trojans. Center Grove needing 7 yards for the first down. Football at the Trojan 44. Sloan's throwing, and Youngs makes the catch. The screen.
Yeah, you don't get a block. You don't get a block out on the edge. That's
Taylor makes the tackle. No yards after catch. He's going to lose yardage.
Yeah, he went right by the wide receiver for Center Grove that is supposed to block him, and just Youngs had no chance. So loss of 4 on that one. And on the flip side, that's exactly what Bloomington South wanted to come out here in the 3rd quarter. Center Grove a little bit flat, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Corn Probst sets up at his own 25 to punt this one away. Punts that one inside the 30. Takes a nice roll here for Corn Probst inside the 20, close to the 15. Still rolling. Looks like he got it to the 15.
I like the fake attempt by the Bloomington South. They had 2 guys back deep. One of them comes running up like he's going to fair catch it on the far left, and the ball was well to his right, but they both let it bounce, and Corn Probst gets a great roll, and you're right, it's going to be inside the 15-yard line in Bloomington South. The Center Grove defense, after getting that 3 and out, Kevin, in the first drive, have kind of struggled a little bit, and this would be a huge opportunity for them to keep Bloomington South backed up.
45 yards on the punt. It is at the Bloomington South 15-yard line. Running off the left side of the line, the Center Grove Trojan defense all over it.
Yeah, not much right there. Paxson, True Paxson's had a fantastic junior season, Kevin, from that linebacker position. He came in today, 86 tackles, 10 tackles for loss, 3 sacks for the junior linebacker.
Townsend gets 1 yard to the 16, 2nd down and 9. Townsend again trying to pretty much run the same play, and he's going to lose yardage.
Yeah, that time one of those big boys up front got a hold of him. Actually, it might have been Poston from the cornerback position there, along with others.
Football back to the 15, so a loss of a yard.
A little bit of surprise that they didn't throw the ball either one of those times. Well, now they got 3rd and long. Got to find Williams. He's out there on the left side.
3rd and 10. Duncan Combs, junior quarterback, in shotgun formation. Townsend in the backfield. He's throwing off his back foot, and it's an incomplete pass. 4th and 10 for the Panthers.
You get the 3 and out. Good job there by Poston over there against Williams. Ball a little bit underthrown because he was facing some pressure, so you should get some good field position here if Ane can field it cleanly and get it up the field.
Sam Stolberg, the freshman, doing kickoff duty tonight, also the punting duties. He's at the goal line.
They're missing a guy. Oh, wow, and they have to waste a timeout, and that is not going to make. You can see him over there on the sideline. Coach Gabe Johnson absolutely furious that they got a guy missing on the special teams. I mean, the play clock was still at 15 seconds, Kevin. I'm a little surprised that they went ahead and called that timeout, but I'll have to remember that one.
Our second half being presented in part by Howard Companies. Howard Companies has been paving the Midwest since 1960, delivering top-quality asphalt and pavement services, consistently ranked among the nation's top contractors. They're proud to serve Central Indiana. Learn more at howardcompanies.com. Also, our second half being presented in part by Morgan Insurance Group. Morgan Insurance Group offers auto, home, health, life, and business insurance tailored to your needs at competitive rates. Visit Morgan Insurance Group online at morganinsurancegroup.com. Morgan Insurance Group, protecting what matters most. All right, we're ready to go. Stolberg, freshman, punting. He lines up at his own goal line. It's 4th and 10.
Oh, Sloan, Carson. Oh, what a bomb.
Wow, all the way inside the Center Grove 45, almost to the 40. Ane returns it to the Bloomington South 45-yard line. That was a heck of a punt, 43 yards.
Well, especially because Carson Sloan came really close there. He got by one guy on the line, and he came really close to blocking that one. They might remember that, but Stolberg, another bomb there. He's been really impressive, Kevin, both kicking off and punting the ball tonight. It's quite a weapon for a freshman. Great thing, though, was Ane went back and got the ball on the 45, got it up the field 10 yards, and Center Grove takes over in Bloomington South territory.
Tight end, Don Berry in motion, handoff, Ricky Lange. First time we've seen Ricky here in the second half.
And guess who? Kid's been everywhere. Rylan Steichleather.
Says he's a strong safety. I wonder if he just roves the field and makes plays.
I mean, he starts at the safety position.
But he might have that green light. Just wherever you see the ball, go make a tackle.
That's why it really feels like to me Center Grove's going to get an opportunity in the middle of the field, but they haven't taken that yet. You would think he would be very susceptible to the play action pass.
Lange to the 43, 2 yards. Play action, Oscar Sloan throwing to the Bloomington South sideline, knocked away by the Panther DB, looking for Reese Oliver.
Brings up third down.
It appeared to be on the coverage, Liam Moore, the senior DB, 6'1", good size. Knocked it away.
Well, Center Grove not being able to run the ball effectively on first down, Kevin, is really putting them behind the sticks and causing them to have to throw the ball more than what they want to, and now you're in another 3rd and 8 situation.
Eli Williams splits out here to the left.
They're bringing the house.
Delayed handoff going to Ricky Lange, trying to get that first down, and what an effort by Lange.
Yeah.
First down, Trojans.
Steichleather missed him, Kevin. That's why he got a first down. Steichleather, again, had an opportunity to bring him down after a short gain, but shifty Ricky Lange puts his foot in the ground, gets it up the field, and then carries a couple tacklers. What a huge first down on 3rd and 8.
At the 32-yard line, collects 11 yards. 7:30 and counting, 3rd quarter. Center Grove by 8, 20-12. Sloan, play action, throws, and Eli Williams dives for it, cannot bring it in. A little bit off target, but he made a heck of an effort.
He did, and you're right. It was just a little bit behind him, and he dove and tried to catch it, but, man, that would have been a big gain on first down.
Stops the clock with 7:20 to play, 3rd quarter. Football at the Bloomington South 32. Sloan in the gun. Ricky Lange running back behind him. Quick pass goes to Aiden Francis, makes the catch, breaks the first tackle. He's got another first down for the Trojans.
Yeah, that was a great job, and, man, really lucky, Kevin. His knee was on the ground, but then he stood up before he caught the ball. I was afraid to hear the whistle to see if they would have him down. His knee was not on the ground, but it was before he caught it. But then once he made the catch, Francis was able to get up the field and pick up a first down. Nice job by Aiden Francis.
15 yards for Francis. They're going to spot it at the 17-yard line. New set of downs for the Trojans. Under center this time for Sloan.
Nothing.
And Tilton takes the handoff and gets hit pretty hard. Maybe a yard, and that's it.
And credit. I mean, I heard Coach Andy Moore talking about undersized Bloomington South defensive line compared to ours, but they're stacking a lot of guys in the box. They're bringing those safeties up tight, and Center Grove has just not been able to run the ball effectively on first down.
1 yard, football at the 16 on 2nd down and 9.
Oh, he's got him. There it is.
To the end zone. Ricky Lange makes the catch. Touchdown. 16-yard strike.
Bingo, Kevin. Right there. Right. Steichleather is peeking in the backfield like he's done all game long, and you sneak Lange out from that wingback position right in the middle of the field, and he kind of stumbled at the goal line, Kevin, but then adjusted himself, caught that ball for the easy score. Nice pitch and catch from Oscar to Ricky.
26-12, Center Grove leads it. 6:23 on the clock, 3rd quarter. Cornprope's ready to go with the PAT kick. Missed it to the left. Came off the foot a little awkward. He missed it, his second miss of the season. He has been so good, but that one just, sometimes you just miss it. It looked like a miss hit to me. So it's 26-12 Center Grove.
Well, the bad part about that, Kevin, is you get it back on an even number there. So 2 scores, 2 touchdowns, and 2 extra points from Bloomington South. And they tie this game up, so that's a big miss, but that happens, and now we'll see if that defense can step up again and get another stop.
Let's go to our Dan Gandolf Financial Services scoreboard. Didn't get a chance to get you updated on scores at halftime. We have Cathedral leading Warren Central 14-7. That game's in the third quarter, being played at Warren Central. Avon at home 17-3 leads Noblesville in the third. At halftime, Columbus North at home trails Terre Haute South 28-19. Also at halftime, Roncalli at home leads East Central 15-0. Ben Davis leads North Central 34-14. That's at halftime. We'll get to more scores after this kick by Dallas Cornpropes. Giles will take it from almost the goal line, right at that 1 yard line.
That's a block in the back. Where is the call?
Returns it to the 30. No flag.
Giles on the return after the 30.
All right, Kevin, you've talked about the Bloomington South, storied history and how Center Grove, struggled with them in the late 90s. We're in the presence of greatness right here between us, Kevin. Did you know who the offensive player of the game was in what year? 1993, Center Grove against Bo
Barzlauskas.
Yes. Do you know who was the Center Grove player of the game, blocking him for the entire game? None other than our spotter extraordinaire, Sean Guilfoy. You know why he got that? Because he was still living at the end of that game.
He was upright. What year was that, 1993?
93.
Well, Center Grove lost that night 34-7.
But it wasn't. Sean kept it from being 51-7 is what I've heard. So Sean said he's never seen a larger man than Bo was.
Bo was Mr. Football.
Yes.
I think he's one of the rare offensive, defensive linemen to win that award here in the state of Indiana. For the South Panthers, they're facing 3rd and 7.
Couple good stops. They ran the ball again on 1st and 2nd down. A little bit surprising. And now 3rd and long for them.
At their own 33-yard line, 5:15 to play in the third quarter. Center Grove leads it 26-12. Combs in shotgun formation. Steps up in the pocket. He's under pressure. He gets rid of it, and he's got his man. Incomplete pass.
Made him throw it a little bit quick. You had Frankie Hayes in the backfield, Sloan in the backfield, along with Big Kobe Cherry. And he got rid of it a little bit too quick, and Williams couldn't track that one down. So now defense forces another 3 and out, Kevin. You're going to have another punt back to Ane.
Williams almost tried to reach that hand out there to make that one-handed grab, but it was just out of his grasp. So a punting situation, Stolberg in to punt. His last punt was very effective, 43 yards. Ane back at his own 30. Good hang time. Ane's going to call for the fair catch inside the 30 at the 28.
That's a good decision there. Several guys bearing down on him, but once again, great job by that defense. First 2 possessions here in the second half. Now, this is one of those drives Coach Moore would love nothing more than to say, hey, offensive line, I want this ball pounded at them. I want us to hold it 5 or 6 minutes and make them call mercy.
39 yards on the punt. Hand off to Ricky Lange. Couple of jump cuts, trying to find something. Gets it to the 32.
Ian Quick on the tackle.
3 yards. Quick with the tackle for the Panthers. Second down and 7 here for the Trojans. Again, Center Grove losing Biggerstaff in the first half. What appears to be a shoulder injury. Just hope, again, Center Grove doesn't play again until 2 weeks from tonight in the sectional opener. Hopefully he can be back for the Trojans, and there's going to be pass interference called against the Panthers. Liam Moore pushes down Reese Oliver on the far sideline. Flag comes out.
Yeah, that's an easy one. There's going to be no complaints from Moore or anybody on that Bloomington South sideline. 15 yards, first down for Center Grove.
Oscar Sloan again going to take another visit to Notre Dame tomorrow. That'll be his second one this season. They're very high on him.
Had a pleasure to meet his mom and dad today before the game. Good discussion with them.
With the penalty, football at the Center Grove 46, 1st and 10. Sloan in the pocket, stands tall, delivers to Eli Williams for a completed pass, and he's got enough, I think, for another first down.
Yeah, they're going to give the cushions like they are on Young and Williams, and Sloan will just pick them apart and take that 10 yards every time, and you'll march the ball down the field pretty easily.
11 yards into Bloomington South territory.
Reception made by 84 Williams.
At the South 44. Ricky Lange takes the handoff, races it to the outside, delivers a big blow at the end of that run, runs out of real estate. He's out of bounds.
He picked up, only a couple there. Good job by Bloomington South of kind of stringing that one out, Kevin. And
I would say 4 yards.
Not
a bad gain on first down. Goes from the 40 to the 44 to the 40. 3:25 and counting. We're in the third. One score for the Trojans here in this third quarter. Tilton with a nice spin move at the end of his run. Gets it inside the 35.
Yeah, and that's one of those points in the game where if you warn them down, Kevin, then you start seeing missed tackles and you start seeing, Center Grove leaning forward and getting 4 yards instead of 2 yards that they were getting in the first half. And you're hoping that big offensive line is starting to wear down that undersized Panther D-line.
Football at the 35, third and a long one for the Trojans. 2:45 and counting to play in the third. Barry lines up as that lead blocker for Tilton.
Stagleather on the stop.
Did he get enough or not? Yeah, maybe a yard. He's at the 35,
Fourth
maybe
down.
34 now, 34.
Jumbo.
So 4th and 1, Rick. And there comes Lincoln Bright. Got part of that jumbo. We need the rest of it. Bright's back off. Maybe no jumbo. Jumbo stays on the sideline. 4th and 1. Whistles on the field.
What are we?
Wow. Oh, wow. South lined up in the neutral zone. Penalty against South.
That's a big penalty there, Kevin.
First down Trojans.
It kind of looked like Center Grove was going to go a little quarterback sneak, which they haven't done much at all this season. And almost looked like the tush push, Kevin, because Tilton was right behind Sloan.
They were right tight to the line of scrimmage.
You know me, I'm running quarterback sneak all the time, Kevin.
It is a first down at the Bloomington South 29. He's taking a shot to the end zone. Just let him too much. That was Cade Timmons, the intended receiver.
I like the way that he kind of tried to get him to run under that, Kevin. He put a little bit of air on it, but just about 2 yards out in front of him, and Timmons did his best to catch up with that. But, man, that would have been a great throw and catch.
Second down and 10. Tilton takes the handoff.
Guess who?
Taken down at the 27.
You know, I rarely, Kevin, look at the stats the next day and wonder how many tackles somebody had on the other team. Tomorrow morning when we get those from Mr. Cherry, I will be looking at that to see how many number 7 had, because he has been everywhere. And once again, there's an empty hole wide open, and Steichleather's the only one that's going to make that tackle, and he does again against Tilton.
3rd and 9. Football at the Panther 27-yard line. Approaching 1 minute to play in the third. Across the middle. He dives for it. Can't quite make the catch.
He underthrew
He went
him.
low.
Yeah, he underthrew him, Kevin. If he just airs that one out, man, Roman Young's had him completely beat in the middle of the field. And, oh, man. Sloan
Missed
wants
opportunity.
that one back. And
Roman Young's the intended receiver.
Cornprope's going to get a shot at a long field goal here. Kevin, 44, right?
44-yard attempt. His long is what, 52? From the left hash. Drives it.
Is it?
It's no good. I think he just missed it to the left.
Wide left.
Just to the left.
Wide left.
So they should be putting the football, yes, at the 20-yard line. That will be a touchback.
Well, another opportunity there, Kevin, to kind of put this one away, and you miss on a couple passes that you had guys open, and you miss a long field goal in Bloomington South. You keep them in the game.
Center Grove football being presented apart by John Bontrager of Allstate. Planning for your future, Allstate representative John Bontrager in Greenwood offers personalized financial services for your unique needs. Call 317-888-3200 today. You're in good hands with Allstate. Combs rolls right, throws across the field, and finds a receiver. Completed pass.
Too much time. Gave him too much time to sit back there. He was looking for number 3, Connor Parker, initially. Good coverage by Micaiah. But you gave Combs too much time, and he was able to find a guy for, 9-yard gain?
That's Giles with the reception. Called his name quite a bit tonight.
Townsend on the carry.
Townsend on 2nd down and 1 gets the first down. 5 yards for Townsend at the 35-yard line. Quick pass, screen pass, complete to Giles. He fakes inside, goes to the sideline. He's pushed out of bounds.
That was a nice move because Vinny Hayes was right there if he cuts to the inside, but he makes a little move and scoots to the outside and picked up 4 or 5 yards on first down.
4 yards. Micaiah pushes him out of bounds.
Should be the last play of the third quarter.
Football at the south 39-yard line. Stops the clock because he got out of bounds, so 4 seconds left in quarter number 3. Combs in the gun. Townsend takes the handoff, trying to squeeze through the middle of that line of scrimmage. Gets it to the 40, and that will be your final play of the third quarter. Center Grove leads at 26-12 here at Bloomington South over the Panthers. Tonight's game being presented by UHealth. This is Trojan football.
This is the place that's skill built. Here, highly skilled physicians never rest in their pursuit to heal, to comfort, to cure. With these hands, you'll receive nationally recognized heart care and Indiana's most leading-edge cancer care. With these hearts, with these guts, with these brains, you'll find the highest level of care in the state. This is the hope that's skill built, and it's around every corner of Indiana University Health.
At Peterman Brothers, we see ourselves as more than a home service company.
We're here to serve you, not just your home.
Even if it's not about your heating, cooling, plumbing, or electrical system.
We want to make sure when we come out, we're leaving you in a better state than when we arrived.
And if we do mess up, we'll stand behind our work and not give up until we make it right.
because we're here to serve you however we can.
We're underway here in the fourth quarter in Bloomington South, throwing to begin the fourth quarter. Completed pass to Giles. He gets it across midfield to the Trojan 48 for a first down. He gets 12 yards on the reception. Center Grove leads it 26-12 over South. Townsend runs here on the left side. Hear the pads popping and crunching. Frankie Hayes on the tackle.
And Yoder was the one that came up from that safety position, Kevin. That's where you heard the pads popping there.
Couple of yards on the run. Bloomington South 8-0 on the season. Center Grove at 7-1. The ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage, but it's still caught by their number one receiver, Jalen Williams.
Man, I think that was Frankie Hayes that tipped that one initially, Kevin. But credit to Williams. He kept his eyes on it and was able to bring it in, and they pick up 3 yards. They got to be in 4-down territory here, Kevin.
Some movement by the Trojans.
One moved for them.
So who moved first?
Well, wide receiver moved right in front of the guy that threw the flag. So
yep. It is going against Bloomington South. You're right, the wide receiver Williams, he jumped. Center Grove had some movement as well, but it's going against the offense. Football at the 47, at the Center Grove 47.
I think Center Grove jumped, but I don't know if they were in the neutral zone, Kevin. But Williams definitely jumped out here, so that makes it much more difficult 3rd and 8 situation for Bloomington South.
Williams splits out to the right side. Combs in shotgun. Rolls left. Throws. And it's going to be an incomplete pass.
Yeah, great coverage there. Poston over there. They tried to get something quick to number 21, Blake Azcui, and can't get it. So here comes the punting unit. Man, that just makes such a big difference, Kevin. 4th and 2, you're probably going to go for it. 4th and 8, you're not.
Sam Stolberg, freshman, and to punt. He's been good tonight. Low snap, he handles it, gets rid of it. Line drive punt.
Oh, and he gets a great, get away from that. Oh, he gets a great hop.
Rolls all the way inside the 5.
Wow.
Down to the 1, I believe.
He completely hit that off the side of his foot, Kevin, and it bounces on the 23-yard line and goes sideways from where Ane was. If that bounces one time, it goes right to Ane. He's going to pick it up, but it goes sideways past Ane, and then it just gets on his side and rolls all the way inside right at the 1-yard line. Wow.
46 yards on the punt. .14 to play in tonight's ball game.
Oh, how about a 99-yard pass here, Kevin? I don't want much.
How about a Tony Dorsett 99-yard touchdown run?
99.5 on Monday Night Football.
Monday Night Football. Was that against Minnesota?
Minnesota, yep. I didn't like the Cowboys growing up, being a Dolphin fan, but he was fun to watch. Once again, dating ourselves quite a bit, Kevin.
1 yard for the Trojans at the 2, 2nd down and 9.
Well, you'd obviously like for your offense to get a first down here and not have Cornpropes trying to punt out of the back of his own end zone.
Sloan under center. Wing back in motion, takes the handoff. That's Ricky Lange trying to get outside, and good job by the Panther defense, really flying to the football.
He might have got to the 5-yard line, but yeah, just nothing open there.
The play brings up 3rd down and 7. Panther fans on your feet.
Yeah, he's not at the 5-yard line. He might have made it to the 4.
4, I would say a couple of yards. Third and 7. Once again, under center.
And they got 10 guys in the box, Kevin.
Sloan rolls right. Now he's going to try to run the football.
I don't like that.
Takes a big hit. He was trying to pass. He was in his own end zone, and then he took off running.
Slow to get
and
up.
takes a big hit. And now Oscar Sloan to his feet, but slowly to his feet.
Yeah.
He's kind of patting his stomach. I don't know if he lost, maybe that the wind knocked out of him, or if he's saying that's my fault. I'm not sure what that pat means. Let's hope he's okay.
He's still walking gingerly over here.
Wow, he's taking his helmet off. Trying to catch his breath. So now Corn Probst from his own end zone punting. A fair catch for the South Panthers. That's Giles just inside the Center Grove 40, 36-yard punt.
Well, credit again to that Bloomington South defense, Kevin. Great punt by Stolberg to get him inside the 1-yard line, and then they're able to get him 3 and out. Center Grove going to have to punt. Bloomington South gets it back on the inside the 40 of Center Grove. Short field.
Cooper in the backfield. Williams splits out left. Giles goes in motion. Combs looks across the middle, nearly picked off by Frankie Hayes.
And if Frankie Hayes doesn't catch that or tip that away, 88's going to go in for a 40-yard touchdown pass. Thomas Gill from that tight end position, because he was wide open in the middle of the field. That's one that Combs has got to put a little bit of air underneath that, because if he does that and gets it over Frankie Hayes' head, like I said, that's 6 points.
Second down and 10 at the Trojan 39. Trying to run, trying to find something, Cooper.
And he got more than I thought he was going to get. He ends up getting maybe 2 or 3.
Very patient. Didn't really hit the hole hard. He was looking for that hole, and he picks up 3 yards. Football at the 37. Third down. 3rd and 7. Combs stands tall in the pocket.
Tip.
Ball was tipped. Intercepted by Frankie Hayes. It was tipped at the line of scrimmage and picked off by Frankie Hayes.
Another good job by that front 4, and I don't know whose hands got on that one, but a great job by Frankie Hayes of getting that deflection, and huge turnover there by that Center Grove defense.
I believe that's Frankie's second INT this season.
Well, unfortunately for Frankie, he doesn't even have the team lead in his own house, Kevin. Twin brother Vinny's got 4.
And Vinny had that pick 6 last week against LN.
You might have mentioned that a little bit. I don't know if it's big brother or little brother. We need to get some information about who was born first.
Football at the 31-yard line. CG 31. 8:05 to play in the 4th. Up the middle run.
Tilton
to the 35, 36.
Wyatt Hodson in the backfield. We've seen him, and we'll see him probably tomorrow, JV-wise, Kevin.
JV football in the morning, 10 o'clock.
Really good blocker in that backfield.
Freshman will follow at noon. We'll be there with the live stream. Playing at Center Grove Middle School North tomorrow. Lange in motion from the wing-back position. Tilton takes the handoff. He gets it to the 40-41, close to a first down.
Guess who made the tackle?
He's in double digits in tackles tonight.
Stike leather again after 5 yards. Once again, that hole looks wide open, and all of a sudden you see 7 supporting from that safety position.
Football at the 40, 3rd and 1.
Reese.
Is that Reese? Couldn't tell if that was. So Reese had a couple of carries in the first half. He gets the carry here, and he picks up the first down.
Kind of thought he was going to try to keep him between 5 and 10. I think that's carry number 3, and they bring him off. But he's the one guy that's just a real more of a power runner, Kevin, that you really haven't had since he went out in week 3. Obviously, these other guys have done a fantastic job, but just that straight-ahead power runner Nolan Reese gives you that.
Picks up 2 to 3 yards. First down, Trojans. Tilton back in. He's pushed back.
Number 10 with the Brady Adams. Short gain.
No gain, second down and 10. Clock continues to roll, 6:10 and counting. 26-12, Center Grove leads it here in the fourth. Final game of the regular season. Trying to hand the Panthers their first loss of the season. Reese Oliver can't quite hang on.
Yeah, he also, Liam Moore almost got pass interference number 3 on that one, Kevin, because he got there right as the ball was being delivered.
I must say, I feel like I'm at an IU football game. Between what the band plays, you feel like the band plays exactly what IU plays. The PA announcer sounds just like the IU announcer. I feel like I'm at an IU football game.
Well, I'd like to say that I know what you're talking about, but I haven't been to too many of those for a reason.
Oh, Sloan taking a shot, looking for Timmons. He's got the catch inside the 10.
No flags. Wow. That is a great catch. And we're watching it unfold right in front of us, Kevin. And, man, it was kind of hand-fighting the whole way down the field, and then he got just enough separation to catch that one with his arms extended and then carries the defender all the way inside the 10-yard line, and now the defender is down. I think he might have fell on top of Timmons or hopefully just got his breath knocked out of him. What a catch.
Noah Nepper being looked at. Football plays at the 8-yard line, 49 yards on the reception. Sloan to Timmons.
Timmons has got to be approaching 100 yards receiving tonight, Kevin.
He caught that around the 20 and was able to run it inside the 10 to the 8. 5:51 to play in the fourth quarter. 26-12, Center Grove leads it.
Still looking at the Bloomington South. Now he's starting to get.
So Timmons, we just got word, 81 yards on the night.
Yeah, 81 yards for Timmons. So he comes in on the year 106 yards. On the season, he has 81 tonight.
Take a quick look at some scores while we have a break in the action. Brownsburg winning big, 35-0 over HSC, third quarter, running clock. How about this? Lawrence Central at home, 33, Carmel 28.
Wow.
That's
the third. A shocker to me.
Franklin Central at home down 35-7 to Westfield.
That is not a shocker to me.
In the third quarter, Lawrence North leads Pike 28-7, so they're going to win the MIC outright. Decatur Central leads Franklin 41-3 in the fourth quarter. Fishers up on Zionsville 14-10 in the third. 26-12, Center Grove leads Bloomington South. Here comes Ricky Lange to the 5 behind that big old line. He's going to be denied at the goal line. Stopped at the 2. 6 yards for the sophomore Ricky Lange.
Well, what that means is another 40 seconds should go off of that clock before Center Grove snaps the next one. Ricky lost his cleat on that one. He gets it back on. Yeah, inside the 3-yard line. That was, what do they call that, Kevin? Student body right for Center Grove.
Hadn't heard that for a while. You're right. Again, showing your age.
Don't make me do some Keith Jackson.
Oh, no.
Impressions.
And Tilton looking for the end zone, scores from 2 yards out.
Tilton gets his 6th rushing touchdown on the year.
His first tonight. Brody Tilton, the junior. I thought you were going to give it the old Nelly.
Oh, Nelly. He's rumbling, he's stumbling.
Oh, boy.
I was going to let it drop, Kevin, and you
I kept
poke the bear.
PAT kick is good by Tilton. I should say Dallas Corncropes. I bet you Tilton, he's probably good enough. He could probably kick a PAT. 33-12 all Center Grove. 4:58 to play in the fourth.
Well, and obviously we got 5 minutes left in this game, Kevin, but second half has been dominated by Center Grove, especially defensively. Gotten a couple turnovers. Offense has gotten a couple touchdowns out of those turnovers, and Center Grove's in control with 5 minutes to go.
Barring a miraculous comeback by the Panthers, this will be 3 wins in a row for Center Grove over Bloomington South. Again, last time they played was 2009 at Center Grove in the sectional quarterfinals. 49-6, Center Grove won that one. 2008, the last time Center Grove played here, Center Grove won that contest, sectional semifinal, 56-14. The last time they played during the regular season, you go back to 1997. Coach King was coaching. South won that one 28-0. The last time the Trojans won a regular season game against South was here in 1995, 20-13. So this is the first time Coach Moore has coached against Bloomington South in a regular season game.
Yeah, I don't remember. Coach Moore went to Edgewood High School, Kevin, just outside of Bloomington.
Good kickoff by Kornpropes. Great tackle at the 19.
Biergard again, special teams ace.
Kick that inside the 5 in the corner, if you will, and Biergard makes the tackle right at the 20. At this time, we want to give a shout out to Drew Toshlag, his 18th birthday, senior. He was hurt this past summer during workouts. He's healthy, I understand, back from injury. Today's his 18th birthday. Happy birthday, Drew Toshlag. And yeah, this series between Center Grove Bloomington South, it's 10-8 in favor of South. A win tonight will make that 10-9, and South will come to Center Grove in Week 9 next season.
Center Grove's done a really good job against that running attack for Bloomington South. We talked about it, 2 guys over 850 yards coming in, and I think not having the official stats in front of us, I would bet that as a team they're probably under 60 or 70 yards.
Couple of yards, football at the 22 here for South. 4:10 left in this one. Another running play for the Panthers. Minimal yards. To the 24, couple of yards for Townsend. So Center Grove, again, no game next Friday. Center Grove will play 2 weeks from tonight's sectional semifinals at home against the Jeffersonville Red Devils on Halloween night.
And we will be there, and we will be inside, right, Kevin?
That is correct.
All right, good. Lovely Ray Skillman Stadium.
Friendly confines of Ray Skillman Stadium.
Well, 3 straight runs for Bloomington South. I think they're ready to get out of this one, hopefully stay healthy, and get ready for the 5A state tournament.
They've won the sectional last 4 years in a row, the regional last couple of years in a row. Looks like we have a punting situation, 4th and 4 for South. Stolberg again, he's been busy tonight with kickoffs and punts. Stay tuned, we'll have our Duke Holmes post-game show coming up in just a moment. We'll go through scores. On a with the fair catch at the Center Grove 43-yard line.
Oh, no. Oh.
On a returns the punt.
Crap.
We have an injury. Lincoln Bright.
Because he's trying to block a punt.
He hurt his left elbow, his left arm. He's being looked at inside the 15. Yeah, he came in hard trying to block that punt, and now he's back on his. He's on the ground. He's in a lot of pain. It appears to be that left arm, left elbow.
Hey.
And you have, 2:40 left in the game.
There's no reason why you're even going after the punt.
Center Grove with the football once play resumes at the 43-yard line, Center Grove 43. But again, Lincoln Bright down at the Bloomington South 12-yard line. Lincoln, your defensive end, comes in on that jumbo package. He's got 2 offensive touchdowns this year down by the goal line, 1 pick 6 on defense.
Well, he's getting up. And he's still...
Yeah, he's sitting up, but still not on his feet. They're trying to get him up. Again, it's something to do with that left arm.
Yeah, he's grabbing the left shoulder as well, Kevin. Oh, my goodness.
He's in a lot of pain. Makes his way over to the sideline. He's going to go inside the tent to get examined. 2:40 on the clock. Center Grove with the football at the Trojan 43. Ricky Lange gets a yard.
Well, you hope. It's almost like he wants to just take a knee 3 times, Kevin. And if you have to punt it back with under a minute to go, then you do that. You're getting some other guys in now, but maybe some other running backs. That's a position you can't afford. Good job by the Oscar Sloan to let this one go all the way down inside of 10 seconds before he even breaks the huddle.
First loss of the season for Bloomington South. They'll finish up at 8-1. 5A team. Center Grove 8-1 headed into the playoffs. Center Grove running the football. Brings up 3rd and 6. Football at the Trojan 47. One of our proud sponsors is Merrill Lynch financial advisor Eric McClurg. Eric McClurg and his team are ready to help you plan for the future with trusted advice. Call 812-355-3229 to get started today. Tilton close to a first down.
Yeah, a couple yards shy, Kevin, but you don't have to snap this one until about 36 seconds maybe.
Again, we'll have more Center Grove football tomorrow from Center Grove Middle School North. The JV game at 10 o'clock in the morning against Bloomington South, followed up by the freshman game at noon. Final games of the regular season for CGJV and freshman teams. Fourth and short. Junior Trojan football also coming up tomorrow night from Middle School North.
That'll do it.
He got the first down.
Wind the clock and let's head
Tilton
north.
Gets it to the 45. Bloomington South 45.
That will do it.
Center Grove does not have to snap it again. 33-12. Center Grove victorious here at Bloomington South. Trojans last played here 2008 in a sectional game. So a great return for the Trojans.
Yeah, good job. Second half, just kind of taking control, Kevin, of scoring a couple touchdowns, and that defense was fantastic after the adjustments at halftime. So you come out victorious. You give Bloomington South their first loss of the year. And you know what? Now the fun starts.
The drive for 5 is what Coach Moore calls it. Need 5 wins here in postseason. to win a state title, and it begins 2 weeks from tonight. Center Grove returns back to Ray Skillman Stadium to take on the Jeffersonville Red Devils. Stay tuned, Rick, and I'll return with our Duke Holmes postgame show. We'll get you scores from Central Indiana. Your final from Bloomington, 33-12, Center Grove over the Bloomington South Panthers. This is CG Football, presented by IU Health.
This is the place that's skill built. Here, highly skilled physicians never rest in their pursuit to heal, to comfort, to cure. With these hands, you'll receive nationally recognized heart care and Indiana's most leading-edge cancer care. With these hearts, with these guts, with these brains, you'll find the highest level of care in the state. This is the hope that's skill built, and it's around every corner of Indiana University Health.
Some people spend all day washing and buffing their ride to shiny perfection by hand. But you've learned the fine art of delegation.
At the barn at Bayhorse Inn, timeless charm and natural beauty create one of Indiana's most unforgettable settings. Surrounded by woods yet close to the city, it's where weddings, celebrations, and life's most meaningful moments become cherished memories. Right out front, the land has taken on new purpose with Shiloh's Corner, a Cunningham Group development. Named after Shiloh, a special horse who once roamed that very pasture, this project honors the land's history while creating new spaces for dining, retail, and community connection. And just down the road, you'll find the stables of Bayhorse Inn, where riders of all ages discover the joy of horseback riding. From first lessons to the show ring, from pony parties to camps for kids, the stables celebrate the magic of the horse and the community it inspires. Together, these places reflect a vision of growth, tradition, and connection, where memories are made and Greenwood continues to thrive.
Back here at Bloomington South, final time tonight. Center Grove getting it done, 33-12, handing the 5A number 2 Bloomington South Panthers their first loss of the season. Center Grove concludes the season at 8-1. South likewise at 8-1. All the best to South as they move on now to the Class 5A state tournament. We were just talking during that break. I believe they have Terre Haute South in the first round of the state tournament in the sectional, and the Center Grove Trojans again in Class 6A will begin tournament play 2 weeks from tonight at home against the Jeffersonville Red Devils, a team Center Grove beat last year 72-7 down at Jeffersonville. Rick, before we do a quick recap of tonight's game, let's go back to our Dan Gandolf Financial Services scoreboard. Final time tonight, Brownsburg, oh my, number 1 team in the state, 35-7 at home against Hamilton Southeastern. That was a running clock. They were up 35-0 in that second half, so running clock all over the Royals. And I just don't understand this one, Rick. Lawrence Central at home, 33, Carmel 28.
Love to know how much time's left in that one. That is a shocker, watching how, I hate to say it, but undisciplined LC was, and really, they couldn't move the ball at all against Center Grove, and Carmel has just been rolling people, Kevin. So, I don't know, maybe a couple guys didn't play for Carmel, or LC just put some things together. LC plays LN, by the way, in the first round of their sectional.
Franklin Central at home, losing badly to Westfield, 42-7. Center Grove could say, that's a final now, I should say, 42-7. Westfield beating Franklin Central. FC could be a potential opponent for CG.
I don't think there's any doubt that FC is going to beat Columbus North in that first round matchup, and then Center Grove would have to go to FC in the sectional championship.
Lawrence North will wrap up the MIC championship outright. They lead it 35-7 in the fourth quarter over Pike. Decatur Central over Franklin 48-10. That's a final Mid-State Conference. Fishers beating Zionsville 28-18. Warren Central at home. It's in the fourth quarter. Cathedral 28, Warren Central 21. Close game. Avon winning big at home, 31-3 over the Noblesville Millers. Columbus North at home, trailing in the third quarter to Terre Haute South, 42-34. Roncalli in the fourth quarter, leading East Central 15-7. Ben Davis in the fourth quarter at home, 48-28. Giants lead the North Central Panthers. Again, your final from Bloomington South tonight. Center Grove 33, Bloomington South 12, and a successful return trip here to Bloomington for the Trojans.
But once again, we talked about the start of the game. Just a beautiful atmosphere, Kevin. It was senior night, a packed house on the other side for Bloomington South. Obviously a huge game for them. They come in undefeated, really haven't been tested all year. But I credit their coach Johnson to want to schedule Center Grove because he knows this is the type of team that they've got to beat to make it into the state championship, and then they would be favored to win the state championship in 5A. But you got to beat a type of team like this, and that's who they're going to face in New Powell Cathedral in the semi-state when they get there. I don't think it's if, it's when they get there. But they gave Center Grove a great game. I mean, really all the way up into the halftime. It's still only a touchdown game, 20-12. But in the second half, Center Grove kind of wore them down, and they played much better, and the defense was just fantastic in that second half. It just seems like all the time Center Grove was able to make those adjustments at halftime, and they did again tonight, and that defense was dominant in the second half.
Again, a couple of injuries, it appears, for Center Grove tonight. Bigger staff goes down what appeared to be some kind of a shoulder, so hopefully something that he can recover from. Again, Center Grove doesn't play until 2 weeks from tonight, and at home against Jeffersonville may not be needed for that contest, but hopefully he can be ready to go in a 2-3 weeks. We'll see the severity of that shoulder. And then late in the ball game, Leakin Bright did something to his left elbow, and he's right here in front of us. He's got a lot of ice up and down that left arm, so hopefully he'll be ready to go when the Trojans play next.
Yeah. It just, you get a couple of them back tonight. Reese had just a few carries there. You kind of wanted to work him back since it had been several weeks since he'd been back. Ricky Lange has been out for a couple weeks. He got a few carries tonight, and then you have the guy that has 270 yards last week in Biggerstaff go down himself, and that one did not look good at all. So that's you hope it's not something more than a sprain, but if it's something more serious, kind of like what Winkler did in week 3, then you're going to be down another running back. But you know what? No one feels sorry for you. You play a physical 9-game schedule. That's what happens, and it just has happened a lot for Center Grove this year. But you get a couple weeks. Hopefully some of those guys can heal up, and you just get ready. Get ready for like you said, the drive for 5.
It is time, drive for 5. That's what Coach Moore calls it. Center Grove concludes the season, and the Trojans 8-1. Again, get some time off, and now it's a new season, the state tournament, and see if the Trojans, they'll be going after their 6th state championship under head coach Eric Moore.
Yeah, and I think they're going to be in the mix. I've had a couple people ask me at work from the north side, what do you think? And I said, I think there's 3 teams that can win it all, Kevin, and obviously that was before that one shocker tonight, if that holds with Carmel losing. But and it's Carmel, Brownsburg, and Center Grove. I really think that's the 3 teams. Now, I have a caveat. If LN can figure out defensively what they're doing, that team can score points on anybody. So that's the one kind of 3.5 maybe. But I don't think there's anybody in the north that can challenge Carmel, barring injuries or something like that. So I really think it's going to come down to Brownsburg against Center Grove. But you got to take care of business. You can't take anybody lightly in the sectional. And then you probably would face Warren Central in the regional. You definitely cannot take them lightly.
Rick, safe travels back to
I got to get out of this town.
I know you're itching.
I got hives. I'm shaking. I got all kinds of issues here being down and IU country here. But it was a good trip and hopefully a quick trip home. And Kevin, you get to spend the whole day with me tomorrow with 4 games, football games.
It should be a great day of football. We have JV football at 10, freshmen at noon, and then the Indiana Elementary Football Association Final Four. What is it? Avon Noblesville at 5. And Junior Trojans will take on Brownsburg at 7.
And equally as important, Kevin, good luck to the girls soccer team. Hopefully it's trophy day tomorrow, Kevin, for 4 teams.
Sure is.
You got girls soccer hoping to get a regional trophy, girls volleyball hoping to get a volleyball sectional, and then girls and boys cross country hoping to get some sectional hardware as well brought home to the Grove.
Have a safe trip home.
Thanks, Kevin.
So, again, your final tonight, 33-12. Center Grove victorious here at Bloomington South over the Panthers. Center Grove at 8-1 to finish out the regular season. The Panthers likewise finishing out the regular season at 8-1. Tonight's Center Grove football coverage was produced by CG Sports Network. Our presenting sponsor was IU Health. Special thanks to Center Grove Gridiron President Aaron Holt, Sponsorship Director Brent Lay, Treasurer Cindy Adams, Executive Producer Austin Tyke, and our spotter tonight, Sean Guilfoy. Again, the Trojans back at it 2 weeks from tonight. Halloween night at home, 7 o'clock, against the Jeffersonville Red Devils in the, again, sectional semifinal. Our next CG web stream tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock, JV football, followed up by the freshman game at noon. Until then, this is Kevin Conrad for Rick Embry saying good night, everyone, from Bloomington South High School.